Well, welcome everyone to the broadcast. It's so good to have all of you here tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday. Hope you all had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. I was gone for many days. This is my first stream since Thursday. And I missed all of it.
Hail and well met, friends.
Gagoli, thank you for the 94 monthly subscription. Welcome back to the aficionados. Hail and well met. How are you doing? Thank you for the 94 months. The 94 million years. Appreciate that. You had a good weekend? It was great. It was great. Over too soon, I would say. Gotta go back to work tomorrow, so yikes. But, you know, we're here. You played board games all weekend? Nice. Did you win? That's the important question. Did you win? Did you have fun?
Sharple one shock, sharple one shock, sharple one shock, sharple one shock, sharple one shocks.
Ada, thank you for the 51 month resubscription. Welcome back to the aficionados. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ada. Bubbler, congrats on your 85 stream streak. Unbroken. For many months now. Thank you for the dedicated viewership, Bubbler. Appreciate that. How's it going tonight? What is this stream for? We're going to play video games in just a second. You did win quite a few. Good. Very nice. Rebel Holds just called Gigolian a giant nerd. Well done. Nice job, Brett. I hear things are going very well for Final Fantasy XIV. Over the weekend, I think Xenosis Vex got himself banned from Final Fantasy. Did you know that? Did anybody here catch that happen? I'm glad you like the song, Lachlan. That is Dance with the Dead. Yeah, and it was quite remarkable too. I saw the clip. Xenosis Vex, you know, he's a pretty big Final Fantasy XIV personality. He plays warrior a lot. Yeah, wow. He was in the middle of doing an extreme trial, and while he was broadcasting, he got pulled into like in the middle of the run, in the middle of the raid. A GM pulled him out of the run and put him in jail. And then I think eventually he got banned. Can you imagine that? And it wasn't for anything he did in the game. He didn't actually say or do anything in the game. It was while he was broadcast, like the things that he was saying in his stream. It's a little bit weird. Which of course means that Final Fantasy XIV staff are watching his broadcast, or at least like responding to people reporting him for things that he's saying while streaming at their game. Anyway, what I heard was there's now an open opportunity for a bald Final Fantasy XIV player in his middle age. There you go. So, It's funny he got banned, suspended so fast, but they can't ban or suspend a PvP hacker more quickly. Did you report the PvP hacker? Was there video evidence of the PvP hacker hacking? I feel like the video evidence carries a lot of weight. You know? If you're playing an MMO, he was also using a bunch of illegal mods. Don't get it wrong. Like on stream. There was mostly like aesthetic mods, you know, changing his character's appearance. Are the Pathologic 3 devs watching? I don't know. I'm not hacking their game, so it wouldn't really matter if they were. I hope they are, because I think their game is great. I think Pathologic 2 is great. Pathologic 3 is great. Can't wait to play some more of it tonight. The hacker was streaming it on Twitch. Lamau. Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, Zemo was pretty upset that warriors are now going to be considered off tanks in Final Fantasy XIV instead of main tanks. I don't know if you all caught that in like the fan fest where they announced the changes. Some of the changes that they're making to combat. Tanks will be divided into two different categories: main tanks and off tanks. Main tanks consist of paladins and whatever tank they introduce in Evercold. Off tanks are everything else. Dark Knights, Warriors, Gunbreakers. They're all off tanks. Screw Warrior? Why? Why? What did Warriors ever do to you, Ada? Did they eat your lunch or something? Besides, I don't think it's actually like I don't see it as a bad thing, personally. If you have tanks and you've got two different classes, which like two different types of classes, each with their own specific designed roles in a raid, somebody has to do those roles. Somebody has to do them. If that's the way they're going to design the game, it's not like they're changing the priority. You see, I think it's a matter of branding. They should have said main tank and off tank. They should have said tank 1 and tank A. And then everybody wins. A category and 1 category. Tanks. Different, yet equally important. Paladins? You were a paladin main back in the day? Ada, really? You were a tank? You didn't really strike me as a tanking type of person. Alright, let's play the game. Brent Beholds, thank you very much for the 50 stream streak. Thank you, Brent, for the dedicated viewership. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, thank you for the 50 streams. Which means you've been around for all of the Pathologic 3 streams, all of the Metaphory Fantasio streams, and most of the Yakuza Like a Dragon streams. And when I say been around for, I mean watched 5 minutes of each. So thank you for that, appreciate it. Alright. So for those of you that might not have been here last Thursday, we got ourselves into a bit of a jam. We have had no resources. I was stuck in day 4. I will say that I spent a little bit of time farming, and I was able to get some more resources. Just the first hour until you go to bed. Got it. Yeah, it's important to get your beauty sleep. So we have enough now to survive. As you can see, top left. We're on day 5. So I was thinking, I've been using the time travel mechanism to go forward in time and backwards in time, and it occurred to me that there's actually a second time travel mechanism that I could use to go forward in time, and that is just waiting. Like, just pass the time. And then eventually you time travel forward. Like everybody. You enjoyed Like a Dragon because it wasn't so dark? It was a totally different game. I enjoy games like this. To be honest, this kind of like weird, dark, psychological horror style game is my favorite type. That's why I like Final Fantasy XIV. Weird, dark, psychological horror. So if I just wait until, oh my god, 2 a.m. This should skip me to day 6, right? The same can be said of Brent. What's being said of Brent? That you like weird, dark, psychological horror?
The audience is wondering, Venerable Simon, will you step on stage this time? Simon remains silent, and the audience frets as well. Our Father Simon, are you dead or alive again, like the last time? No, Simon keeps his silence, and the audience is puzzled still. Did you ever exist at all, Simon? Or were you only a shadow on the screen? Simon the Wise, grant us answers, we beg you. All quiet. It seems Simon has forgotten his lines, and now he needs a prompter.
I don't know what that is. Why? Wait, does this happen every day? Is there always just like a thing that happens at nighttime?
I could use some quiet.
The day is over. The day is basically done because it's hit 2 a.m. I don't know why we've got... Are we in the... Is the whole town in the, theater? Yeah, it is. Interesting. Hello, cowboys. How's it going? It's good to have you. If I try to leave this district, what happens? The day is drawing to an end. I need to get to the Stillwater. To Eva.
You won't have time to do anything else today. Would you rather continue tomorrow or yesterday?
Yesterday, please. What was that outside? Our stretch of the Gorkon has always been the quietest, but now it feels like an angry mob is building barricades in the garden. It's just the actors. They're performing their pantomimes right here. I suppose it's a retaliatory gesture. I did set up the hospital in their theater. I see, so both the stage and the audience are here now. They said the town's life is built around the Bull Enterprise, the production of meat, but it feels more like it's built around the theater. Have you ever wondered what theater produces? Meaning and value like any art? Mark once told me that theater produces the audience. Sounds like pretentious nonsense. This should be simple for you. You're a scientist. The observer affects the experiment. Only in the theater are there observers on both sides. Some observe the stage, and others observe from the stage. These pantomimes do seem to be staged for me personally. I swear it's not megalomania talking. Yeah, that's right. Dan Koski. Of course, everyone believes you. I think it's obvious. Mark is right. Watching something defines it. A spectator may think they're uninvolved, but that's a lie. At this rate, we'll end up saying the spectator is also the author. In part, and also its subject. That's exactly why I'm far removed from art. Real life and performance are mirrors set face to face. They endlessly repeat reflections, but in truth, they just capture the light that exists somewhere beyond them both. I sometimes can't tell if you're talking about transcendence or physics. Still, about theater. You know, I once thought Immortel was Mark's pseudonym, and it was, well, a bit much. But it turned out to be his real last name. A person like him seems prone to embellishing in the name of beauty. He can't. He's so desperate for the stage to stay truthful that he's accidentally forgotten how to lie in everyday life. Whoops. I'm grateful to him. He gave up the theater for the hospital, but these nightly pantomimes outside my window are swiftly eroding my gratitude. It seems like the actors have quieted down. We can finally get some sleep. I wonder how long they'll keep besieging you. Until I develop a taste for it, and become the spectator they want to make of me. 100 amalgam. Watched some of my videos from a few years ago and I sound a little different compared to then. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the microphone, the settings in the microphone, the filters that I use, the fact that I'm not 7 years younger. I will say that there was a period of time when I was streaming that I would change the settings almost every day. So, it's very likely you're going to find streams where I don't sound the same. The acoustics of the nursing home? That's right. The acoustics in the nursing home are quite different than what I'm used to. So we just got a free 100 amalgam from having that conversation with Eva. Which means we're gonna have to do that again for every day. I didn't realize you could do that. Day 7. We're almost back to day 9. Almost back. Talk to Grief. Okay. Alright, we're doing alright on stuff. So what, like I said, I went to I spent a little bit of time. What the hell is this? Oh, these are the lanterns that I ordered placed around the town. I spent a little bit of time getting more amalgam the other day after stream. And it turns out that there's like a lot of mirrors in very specific places that I didn't realize for a while. Domina, thank you for the compliments. Appreciate that very much. How are you tonight?
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Going okay? Just working? Another one of those same shit, different day situations?
As if things are animated.
All these stupid little lanterns everywhere. I love it. Same panic, different disco? Ah, yes. Same monkeys, different circus? Successfully cooked bacon in the microwave without setting off the fire alarm. Very good. You're not bad grief. I'm looking for bad grief. No grief here, bad or otherwise. It's joy and roses. What are you doing in here? What kind of screw are you? A screw who's got a job to do. Get it? What's your name? Seriously, pal? Don't you get someone else to pester? Let's see. You work for bad grief. Well, you got one part right. I'm working while you're playing. I told you, I ain't heard of no bad grief, no good grief neither. If you don't know bad grief, why do you freeze every time I say his name? Huh? You can tell me. Bad grief and I are friends. Are you going funny in the head? Leave me be. I'm having a hard time. Bad enough day as it is. Never play cards. You've got a terrible poker face. Unremarkable warehouse. The lair looks as if Grief was never here, and locals don't know him. Of course, I need to look around. Just look around, huh? I need to just look around. I talk to this other guy? No. Tell Bad Grief that Daniil Dankovsky is looking for him. It's important. I heard they rubbed Dankovsky out this morning, lured him into an alley, and put a hole in his head. Rumors of the hole in my head are greatly exaggerated. Amazing. You're a funny guy. Funny how? Funny like a clown? Wouldn't have pegged you for one of the Inquisitor's bloodhounds. Trust me, when the hounds go after Bad Grief, nothing will save him. Certainly not your silence. You're driving me nuts, pal. I wouldn't tell you where Bad Grief was even if I knew. I like my head where it is. Fantastic. You do know Bad Grief. We're getting somewhere. Not gonna do you a lick of good. Still not telling you where Bad Grief hunkered down. This is a big town with a lot of houses. Go find a blade of grass in the field. Go catch the wind in a net. He's in town. That narrows the search down considerably. You plan on pounding every door? Well, good luck with that. Tanner's, Skinner's, the factory. What are you doing? I'm naming districts to see which one you react to. I like you. You're weird, but fun. Hindquarters. The cemetery. Did you just freeze when I said hindquarters? No, so Grief's in the hindquarters. I'm not saying another word. You've said enough. Thank you. Get wrecked. You're getting all jobs to 100. Man, yeah. That is good luck. Godspeed. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm looking for Bad Grief. You got any friends? I do. Then you know what that friendship isn't a drum. You can't beat friendship? Uh-huh. What does a drum have to do with anything? You're an outsider. You don't know nothing. Being friends is Tooslak. Tooslak means offering your shoulder. Grief's always had a strong shoulder. Now it's time someone offered a shoulder to him. He's got a friend, a true one. Grief saved him, so now he's paying up. You mean Ruben, don't you? Silence that speaks volumes. You're not stupid, you. Won't help, though. Ruben wouldn't rat Grief out. We'll see about that. One hand washes another. Ruben's official apartment is in hindquarters. Perhaps there I'll find Grief or his traces. Place of sacrilege. Ruben also has an autopsy room here in the warehouse district. We have to go check it out. Handwritten treatise. When an organ has deteriorated due to bad nature, with discharge of matter or without matter, and neither incision nor anointing with appropriate means help, then it becomes inevitable to remove the decomposing flesh lying on that organ. It is best, if possible, not with iron, for iron often damages sections of vessels, nerves, and pulsing vessels in a fatal manner. If this did not help and the corruption has again spread to the flesh, then it inevitably must be cut away and the cut site cauterized with boiling oil. This saves from the evil consequences of misfortune and stops the bleeding. This is a semi-occult handwritten work, mostly illegible, which combines local beliefs, quotes from ancient thinkers, and allusions to the Superman. The Superman. Is that a giant bone? Disharmonious. Is this also Isidore's thing? These notes helped Reuben reveal the special body. I understand barely a tenth of it. These are Isidore Barak's personal notes. Take. Okay, I already took it. Can I take it again? Take. I sure can. He arrested Simon. Oh, hello. Concentrates. I'm in Reuben's secret hideouts. The operating room? And Reuben received people, and Reuben patched Grief up. In any case, Reuben isn't here. Reuben is working at the hospital. I can ask him in person. Though he's unlikely to rat out his friend, of course. Grief isn't here. Look behind the curtain. Very strange sensations. A void in the shape of Simon Kane's body. Is this Grief's blood? The blood is dried and old. Grief's blood wasn't spilled here today. Check under the table? Grief isn't here, but the objects are of interest. Let's look at the files. Tinctures of herbs and meat. Herbs and meat. Obviously made according to the step recipes. Is Reuben searching for a cure? Perhaps that isn't important right now. Let's look at the bull figure. An image of a living bull. Was Reuben training fine motor skills for surgery? Perhaps. Let's look at the notes. Menku knowledge. These are Isidore's notes. So Reuben used them to open up Simon. I'll try to look at the other clues from a new angle. Oh, there we go. Let's look at the scalpel. A sharp scalpel. Reuben killed Grief, obviously! This... Yes! Reuben took his teacher's scalpel. Now that sounds quite logical. Of course, all these things, they're Isidore's things. Reuben considers himself the heir. This says a lot about Reuben. Time to investigate the apartment in the hindquarters. Grief can help, but Grief is hiding from the Inquisitor. Where to look for him? Right there. He's right there. The path to logic. Or the path of logic. You know, maybe both. Pathologic. Let's see. Boom, boom. It's literally right here.
Sit by me.
Literally, right next to me. How do I get in? Well, these are his things, but he's not here. Food for several days, simple food. Tools for repairing crude mechanisms. Note for Ruben. You know, we do not love you, Stanislav, false heir. But still we ask a favor. Give Barak these gathered goods. He will take them from you, proud one. Each of the people brought them himself, so that he may settle in. So that he may not be in need. You have everything. He came to ashes. Whoever else sees the goods, let them not touch. Signed, Saba Otun. Okay. Sand pest erodes time. It's just a watch. Spartan furnishings. No one sleeps here. This is a very... It's like a bachelor pad. Is this room full of blood? What is this?
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
What kind of bird was kept here? Too small for a vulture. There was a bird that he had as a pet, apparently. Uh-huh, okay. Why did I come here? Clothes for a real giant. Vexation. Ruben's apartment is empty. I only learned the high respects dwells somewhere in the warehouses or factory. What does this mean for me? So the Barak house stands empty. The heir, Artemy, has left it. Ruben had access to the teacher's house, and he didn't hesitate to enter. Okay, yeah. Artemy is no longer at his house because he moved to the place in the factories. The warehouses. Silent house. Yeah. False heir. All roads lead to the house. There it is. There's a new one. Ruben could let grief hide in Isidore's empty house. Perfect place. It's just across the district.
Too high-strung.
Доктор, прости.
Hey, doctor. Please don't shoot me. Yeah, okay. I'll spare you this time. Hey, grief. Trade. Give me a bullet, please.
What must be, will be.
Trip trap, who's that tripping over my bridge? Can't hide from you, can I, Billy Goat? Have you come to honor the late Isidore's memory? I'm here to see you. You told me this place was like a can of meat. Secure, impregnable. Still, they come to prostrate at my feet. Feel like I'm the governor. Or some quack doctor ruling a hospital. It's still secure, don't worry. I found you through sheer luck. What you doing here? Looking to climb out of this hellhole, are you? Am I so predictable? That's all anyone's looking for these days. Bullets, morphine, escape. Our triune, plague-ridden godhead. Nothing else worth praying to. Bullets and morphine would come in handy too. Can't lend what I ain't got. I'm living like an orphan in an empty nest. I'd squeeze through the eye of a needle without a fuss. It was worth a try, but you've already guessed what I'm here for. Only way you're leaving town is as an engineer, a switchman, and the governor all at once. An engine's out there cooling, but you won't get it moving. And if you want to head for the capital, you'll need to switch the points before you hit a dead end. No, you're not going anywhere. Unless that bachelor's in railway sciences. I'm sure I can figure it out. Uh-huh. There's a pack of patrolmen around the train. Like sheepdogs herding bulls. If you mean to trundle down those tracks, they'll need shifting. Only Saburov can do that. And he won't. I've been told there's a train engineer living in the steppe settlement. There is. But that's your business. Got it? Find a driver, find a switchman, get the guards off the tracks. I'll be at Isidore's house. You bring me the wheels, I'll get them greased. I hope the Inquisition doesn't find you before I'm through. There's an engineer Odanga. Interesting. This town has its own engineer. Grief wasn't joking with me, was he? All paths lead to a dead end. I need a switchman. Let's go all the way out of town, find this Odanga that is an engineer. Is it you? Are you the engineer? Huff, you Boulder? Boulder's big. Am I big? She, Enea Dete, Beinash. Not that big. Won't talk to you. Mooey in there, you smell. I suppose I'll just go. Thank you. That must be Boulder. He's big. He's got a hat. I know you're not. Easily fixed. I am Daniil Dankovsky. Huff. Did you just sniff me? You smell. I don't talk to people who smell. I was looking for a train driver and found a perfumer. You smell of disaster, of rust, a bad smell, the scent of death, dead earth. I'm a doctor, this is normal. That's different. Machines smell of iron because they are iron. Men smell like men. If a man smells of rust, that's wicked rust. It means disaster and death. Any day now your step superstition will drive me mad. Is there someone in town whose smell you like? The air of the kin. He smells nice. What does he smell of, if I may ask? He smells of stone. All good things smell of stone. Do stones even have a smell? Of course. Stone smells of stone. You're a natural-born orator. Smell of rust. Barack may know of a way to get rid of the smell of rust. I'm out of, stimulants. I need to go to a place where I can kick something. Quickly. So I can stop losing amalgam. Sniffa. Indeed. What are you sniffing there? Brenton.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
There's Barack.
I sense something out of place.
Greetings, physician. Say, do I smell of anything unusual? I thought you didn't like talking about scents. I don't, but I'm told I smell of rust and death. Who said that? You know, dong named Boulder? He's very sensitive. So do I smell? It barely registers, but it is there. Rust. That's absurd. Rust has no smell. Everything has a scent and a color. The smell of rust is a brownish shade. Therefore, brown twire should help against it. What the hell? Brown twire. Where do I get some? The steppe. But brown twire is special. They say the herb only grows this color atop the grave of someone who is buried alive. Oh god. Okay. What are you suggesting? You must be joking. I am not. But I'm sure you can trade for the twire too. Ask Stamaton. He makes twirine, so he should have some. I'll go hunting for live burials. I mean, I know of a live burial that occurs. But I'm not going to do that. Appeasing the kin. Oh, we got a new decree. Place traditional folk amulets against the plague. Alright, I don't necessarily really want to keep going, because I don't really want to leave the town. So we're just going to leave that, now that we have the decree. We're going to leave that questline undone.
The town dribbles.
What was this? According to Brock, a local herb will handle the smell. All that's left is to trade for it. Is anyone playing the new 007 game? Or planning to play it? Looks pretty good. Looks very fun. Very AAA. Are they checking out the lanterns? This is so pretty! The town's never been so decked out, even for the holidays. Look at all this nonsense. Oh shush, all you'd ever do is complain. I've never seen anything like this, and I doubt I ever will. What a charming place. Oh, hello! Sorry we didn't see you coming, we were looking at the decorations. I'm a simple guy, but I get it. You don't notice pretty stuff when all is well, you walk right by it. Pretty things help the weak stay afloat. Did you hear it, man? You've been called weak. Rightfully so, if you ask me. Only the weak can be distracted from all our miseries by such trifles. Stop it! You ruin the mood for yourself and others! I cannot believe some people. Whatever you do for them, they find fault with it and ruin even the smallest treats. Shame on you. What did I do? I don't take down your lanterns, I don't ruin them. I'm just saying how it is. This sounds quite selfish. I'm telling you that some people only care about themselves. Talking to them is pointless. They don't register you. They cannot see beauty either. They just don't have the range for it. Don't be mad at him, please. I don't know what's gotten into him today. He's not his usual self. Ha! Think what you will. If you don't want to look at things realistically, it's your choice. I'm not mad, rather, just disappointed. Amused that even such a harmless thing as shining a light will meet disapproval. I mean, they're like deflated balloons. I don't know how much use they are, but okay. Very good. Just gonna wait out the day. once again. Actually, it's not AAA, it's 007. I hear a bell. It comes from the cathedral.
He was exhausted, dead tired. Kept saying, if I fell asleep, no one would wake tomorrow. It's like he was frightened of going to sleep. Felt he had to write to rest. So what were we to expect from such a man? He who never sleeps ends up sleepwalking. An exhausted helmsman spells a ship's demise.
So, now what? He's not standing in our way anymore. We can finally act precisely like we see fit.
In our way? Who's we? I have my own approach to the sand pest. So do you. Be on your way.
What matters is that he would be on his way back to the capital of his.
You want to play at some point? I think it looks pretty fun. Here's the thing, I'm not leaving the capital. Or I'm not leaving the city. I am going to stay here to help out. Where is Eva? Where is Eva?
You won't have time to do anything else today. Would you rather continue tomorrow or yesterday?
Do you think he brought enough pins with him? Who? The man whose footsteps now echo through the cathedral's vaults. He needs pins, the kind with brass heads, to mount us all like butterflies and lock us under glass. I mean, Kaminsky. I think he prefers the gallows. Pins and a shadow box, those are his working tools. He likes to own and admire, but only the dead, unable to flutter their wings or move from their spot. Did he come to see you too while I was away? Oh no. I saw him from the window, but that's enough. A person's character trails behind them like a train. The way he looked around our place as if he'd walked into a museum or a cabinet of curiosities he was thinking about buying from the owner. The guests are always surprised by our town, but under a gaze like his, you want to shrink? You're right, about the cabinet of curiosities. He spoke to me about something like that. He's interested in what he called impossible objects. I remembered. It's called a killing jar. A box or glass vessel with a rag soaked in poison inside, to kill an insect without damaging it, so it looks beautiful later under glass. If only I could figure out which insects he wants for his collection. Today, some whispered that he executed you, while others said he made you an inquisitor. Tell me, do you feel like you're under a glass? I broke free, and I'll break free again if I have to. I pity you, almost as much as I pity our cathedral. Do you think the cathedral will be harmed by Karminski sitting up there? Haven't you noticed the most important thing was driven out of the cathedral today? It's been so unlucky. From the very beginning, Farkad built it for so long, struggled and doubted, and when he finished, on the very first day, the stained glass shattered. I know. Capella broke the stained glass, she still blames herself. Yes, that's right. You know, while Peter and Andre were searching for the entirely new unprecedented forms, Farkad suddenly decided to turn to the old ones. He learned of a writer who, in our day, wanted to repeat an ancient novel about chivalric romances word for word. To write the same thing, but in his own hand. The hand of a modern man. Wait. You can make out some of the old canons in your cathedral, but it's hardly an exact copy of what was built before. To build a cathedral like those of old, you would have to live, feel, and think like other people from another time. And Farkad set out to just do that. But halfway through, I still don't understand whether he changed his mind consciously or lost it to himself. Failed to carry out his own design. So no one knows whether Farrakhan succeeded with the cathedral or not. Farrakhan himself admitted that the cathedral was something missing, that it was an expectation of a miracle yet to come. When he said that, I wanted to cover my ears. Maybe I didn't hear something important. They say the cathedral produces time, so maybe the miracle did happen after all. Now that this man is settled in there, the cathedral has fallen silent. You can't look at it like an insect that belongs under glass. I'm afraid I'll never hear it shimmer again, with the flicker of a miracle that may or may not have come to pass. Karminski will leave. We just need to finally defeat the plague, and he'll leave. He has no reason to stay. Time travel is now available from all clocks in the city.
He was exhausted, dead tired. Kept saying, if I fell asleep, no one would wake tomorrow. It's like he was frightened of going to sleep.
I can't leave. Okay, got it.
Felt he had to write to rest. So what were we to expect from such a man? He who never sleeps ends up sleepwalking. An exhausted house.
Alright, let's continue to day 7. We have something to do on day... Oh, this is day 7. We did it. We got the, decree. Not available at the end of the day. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Day 8. This is where we stop Clara from killing Lara. This was one of the reasons why we went back in time from day 9 in the first place. The cow. Preemptive strike. Murderers belong behind bars. Good if Karminski agrees. I've had that conversation with that guy like 6 times now. Okay, so... what is this? Murderers belong behind bars. Let's go talk to Karminski about Clara. If we put Clara in jail, then she can't kill Lara. And Lara will be alive.
Vibrant. Everything
Possibly
so
against her will.
All that is meaningful and interesting is larger than any of us, meaning no man belongs to themselves.
You're in danger, someone wants you dead. Is that so? Admit, Dankovsky, you managed to surprise me. My job is to read people, and I was quite sure that you are not entirely happy with my presence here. Sometimes I surprise myself. Who are these brave souls, then? What exactly are they planning and why? Give me the names, I am listening. I'd like to discuss the terms first. You disappoint me. You made it seem like you were doing your civic duty, not haggling at a marketplace. I took you for a man of honor, not a beggar. This is not for my own well-being. I have the well-being of the city in mind. The emergency command, the hospital, any endeavor needs resources. Cut to the chase. Give me the name of the conspirator or conspirators. I don't have any names, just some rumors I overheard. Daniil Dankovsky, it's me, I'm gonna kill you. You waste my time with this excruciating choice written all over your face. All because of some rumors. It seems that you got startled by your own boldness, Dr. Dankovsky, and now you are trying to back up and protect the conspirator. It's too late. Give me a name. Stammerton. The architect who fell out of favor and fled the capital before criticism and accusations made it to the courtroom. Your university buddy, of course. It's he who is waiting in the loft for a meeting with me, isn't it? He is dressed as his brother Peter. Yes, it's him. My men have already reported that Peter, who had been subdued and quiet at first, had become talkative and uncharacteristically brazen. This is why you allowed me to visit him. Consider it an experiment. From what I've seen, this town is keen on experiments. I'm simply adopting the method. Thank you for the information, Dr. Dankovsky. It is very valuable. I will not forget the service you have rendered me today. I will not forget about what I did either. Don't kill yourself, dude. Did it again. We got so depressed. He got so depressed that he died. Unbelievable. Give me a break. Get out of here. Well. Okay, so there's two things I need to talk to him about. There are two things I need to discuss with the Inquisitor. And I can't get through to the second one without talking about the potential murder. I can't... So how the hell do I do that?
Not...
Oh, there we go. No. I will not betray Andrew. There we go.
I've
Perfect.
been to the Inside Out house. A curious installation.
The Inside Out house. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm aware why you're here. Okay. I've come to talk about Clara, the Saburov's daughter, remember? If my memory serves me, Alexander Saburov has renounced her at this exact spot just yesterday, which makes her their former daughter, if you can say that. Do you know what they say about her? This is a most vague question, Dankovsky. We know everything! The question is, what interests you exactly? She claims she can heal people with a touch. I must admit, Claire is a person of very unusual qualities. She has something in common with the impossible objects. I believe she should be isolated, and the sooner the better, before she has caused even more harm. What's this I'm hearing? Daniil Dankovsky is wishing to join the ranks of the Inquisition informants. I don't want to join any ranks. I just care for the town and its people. The Changeling is clearly a menace to the town. Looks like yesterday's tribunal hasn't left you unscathed. You've gotten a taste for it. I understand accusing is enjoyable, but can I hear a single argument at least? Why do you think Clara needs to be isolated? Her laying on hands practices are dangerous. She lays her hands on the sick, and with these very hands she then spreads the sand pest from one patient to another. So you're asking me to take someone into custody because she doesn't wash her hands. It's a pretty extreme way of teaching proper hygiene. I've tried talking to her, it's useless. That's why I've come to you. You're hiding something. I can see it. There are obviously some variables in this equation that you've forgotten to mention. I've allowed her into the hospital because I believed she'd cause less harm that way. I was wrong. She's uncontrollable. Be it your way, Bachelor. I'll order for Clara to be put in a cell, but there's a problem. All the cells in the town hall are occupied right now. One of them has to be vacated. Since this is your request, I suggest you should be the one to choose who goes free. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna choose, like, which mass murderer do we want to let go so we can jail Clara to save Lara's life? In the first cell, we have Ajay Istakov, a murderer and a rapist. In the second one, Niko Vidic, the man behind the attempt on your life, esteemed Bachelor. In the third one, Marika Tatlina, who's stolen a mirror from her neighbor. What's the catch with Marika? There is no catch. Thievery is a crime. She stole a mirror yesterday. Who knows what she'll steal tomorrow? I don't believe you. There's always a catch. Then choose someone else and Marika will remain in her cage. Let Nico free. If I'm to die by his hand, then so be it. Do you really hate the idea of seeing Clara go free so much that you're ready to let the man who's hunting you out just for that? As you wish. I hope this choice won't lead to catastrophic consequences. I'll give the order immediately. Thank you. The Inquisitor promised to take measures against the Changeling. It's gratifying that now nothing threatens Lara's life. She's a good person. Salvation. Yep. Minus 3,000 unrest? What? Excuse me, what just happened? How did that work? The entire town is very peaceful right now. Zero, like, negative unrest. Alright, so day 8. I think we also need to talk to the Olgimskis. What did you do, Ray? Listen.
Never alone.
Everything's gonna be fine, okay? Everything's gonna be just fine. So we put Clara in jail. Because eventually she's going to kill Lara, and not on purpose, mind you. She's not going to kill Lara on purpose. But Lara will die. Appeasing the kin. Place traditional folk amulets about against plague throughout town districts. 100 contagion, 15 unrests. Riots broke out on day 10. Oh, really? Something happens on day 10 in which riots break out. What did we do to make riots break out? Something happens on day 10. Alright, so now we have to figure out what that is. Let's go to day 10. What's my amalgam like? Alright, that's fine. We can go to day 9 to see what the effects are of our changes. I don't know why riots have now suddenly broken out on day 10 and everything has become terrible. Riots broke out. What is going on? It's because of that critical events. So something happens on day 10. A critical event happens which causes unrest to go up greatly. Opportunity. Katarina's life is no longer in danger. Saburov is immensely grateful to me. If I want to seize the moment, I need to do it now. Oh. Oh, I see. Right. So I save Katarina's life and I can use that to extort the man to make it so I can leave. Okay, what is it? 9:30? 21:30. I'm gonna go like right here. We have to enter the focus and fix the puzzle. Do you think that they riot because Clara's in prison? Like, for some reason she has to be out of prison, otherwise very bad things happen? What's that? Oh. Saburov, right. The box from Isidore's study got warmer. Okay. Can I do anything with it? I need to fix this. Look from the corner, it's a moth. Something is missing. I have the piece of wood from Isidore's house. I should try to attach it. Complete.
My dear friend, our deed shall be accomplished 9 days from now. For the town to ascend, it needs to be administered a vaccine of death. For too long has it been lingering upon the threshold of breakthrough, lacking the courage to make the step. You taught me that the step gives birth to the sand plague, death distilled. But then 5 years ago, you helped the town escape it. Yet they must look it in the eye, and when we bring the plague to them in our very bodies, they won't be able to turn away anymore. Then the weaker vessels shall perish, and the stronger shall transcend, and at last we shall behold the town of wonders. You know, my friend, what this means for us. Do not argue. The hour has come. Bid farewell to your students. Write to your son. For children to ascend, their parents must release them from their guardianship and depart in due time.
So, wait. Simon convinced Isidore to infect themselves with the sand plague and bring it to town? Under the moth's light, the box from Isidore's house opened. It seems it was Simon's box. It seems they worked together. It seems Simon and Isidore brought the plague to the town. Yep, okay, there you go. I guess Simon was like, alright, let's go ahead and just kill everybody and that'll, you know, be some kind of catalyst for his town. Which is just, that's crazy to me. Why would you do that? Trial. Yeah. Okay, post-scriptum. Day 1. Day 1 is now available. What? What? We can go back to day 1? Now the inspector is interested in my first day in town. Now we can go back to day 1. Oh, what?
Stop staring at me. Push over.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, if we go back to day 1, this could be a lot of amalgam.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Living.
What exactly are we gonna do on day 1, though? Can we stop this whole thing from occurring before it even starts? Is that it? We go back to day one, and we're like, hey, this whole thing never actually happened. There's so many children walking around this place. Why are they here? Who are you? My daughter-in-law warned me she did. We read tea leaves the other day, and she says, the leaves, she says, they're gathering into a void. I brushed it aside. What foolishness. Well, look at it. A void. Just like that. What happened? Here it is. I've been caring for the mistress's grave for years. That's my duty. I've seen plenty, but I've never seen a monument vanish. It's a huge statue. How do you even carry it off? Do you think it's all because of the tea? The leaves foretold it, didn't they? That do not talk nonsense. Oh, it's a disaster. The judge will punish me, he will. He will. But what for? I didn't do anything. Why would Georgie punish you? Of course he will. He'll say I didn't keep an eye on it. How was I supposed to keep an eye on it? For God's sake, it's a monument. I never knew Wild Nina could be moved off the rock. Yet the monument to Victoria Olgimskaya, the Elder, is intact. Unlikely to be a coincidence. And why? Why would anyone do it? No one comes here except Nina's husband. Kids loiter sometimes, but they couldn't have dragged off that heap of stone, could they? They couldn't. Somebody took the statue. Nina Kana's monument disappeared without the family's consent. A track leads away from its remains across the cape. The hell? They stole a whole statue?
In every shard, a new me.
Yeah, this thing is gone. Hey kids, you seen a statue anywhere nearby? No? Okay. What you kids? You see any statues? No? Alright. In place of Wild Nina's monument, a severed pedestal and a trail of stones. I didn't see this trail of stones. Oh, here we go. We go further into the cape. Seems that I've strayed from the path. The tracks don't lead here. Tracks do not lead here. What are you talking about? Do they lead over here? They do. Hey kids. How many bodies are left? We burned 200, maybe 300 today? Good day. But the stench of charred flesh makes my nose tickle. But look at the view. It's immediately obvious what these human bonfires are for. Lovely. What are you standing around for, numbskulls? Who's going to work? We're on a smoke break, Chief. After burning that many bodies at once, we need to catch our breath. What's going on here? What bodies? Right there, in the cart. Can't you see? We've got a whole cart full of corpses. The smell is awful. We're playing Utopia, mister. Don't get in the way. You're doing everything wrong, numbskulls. So are you playing Utopia or playing at burning bodies? See that sitting on the far bank? Crystal buildings, gardens of gold, singing fountains. And the people. Look how happy they are. Each one spends their life doing what they always longed to do. And it all works out for everyone. That's the city we burn bodies for. You are all numbskulls. You're a numbskull and you're a numbskull. I'm the smartest and the greatest, and you're all stupid. So stupid, you can't be cured. What are you shouting for? I'm the boss. They're patrolmen, laboring, stooping, sacrificing themselves for Utopia. And I'm the doctor, sitting in the still water, picking my nose, calling everyone numbskulls from a distance. Amazing. We already played war, killed everybody, bombed everything. Boring. Building Utopia is much more interesting. Building utopia is wonderful. You sit by the river, breathe in the stink of burning plague corpses, and gaze straight into the shining future. You got some savage notions of utopia. What? Mister, you thought utopia was free. If you want something in the future, you have to give up something up now. You have to sacrifice. And the greater the sacrifice, the nearer the happiness. For a crystal city to grow on the other bank, you have to test everybody on this bank for strength. The plague will take the weak, and the strong, those left standing, will live in utopia. I've heard those words. They're in the focus. Mister, don't go fainting. I'm only playing boss doctor. I can't really cure you. The dogheads in their tower have it right. Adults shouldn't play children's games. They don't have the nerve for it. I've traced the original source of your games. So what did you want from us, mister? You didn't come just to go white in the face, did you? Yes, you're right. I followed the stone ships to you. Nina Kana's monument is gone. Have you seen it? We saw it. The monument came to life and went about its business. Were you there with the cart? It wouldn't hold its weight unless you hauled it off in pieces. We came past there not long ago. We were collecting plague corpses to burn. That's our job, mister. But the monument, isn't plague-ridden. Why would we want it? You're an outsider, mister, so you don't know. It's Nina Kana's monument. It does that. Sometimes it comes alive and walks around the town. And it works miracles. Miracles! Don't believe it? Then go put your hand on the stone. The one she stood on before she left. You'll understand. The stone guest. Huh. Utopia observation deck. The children supposedly see new quarters of the town on the other side of the Gorkon. They're making it up. The children sitting on the edge of the cliff claim that the monument walked away, and that re-examining the pedestal will help me understand more. Okay, let's go re-examine the pedestal. Talk. We're talking to the pedestal. Okay. Well then. Hello, empty pedestal. Stealing a monument is an unmistakably symbolic act. Why does it feel as though the pedestal is attempting to speak to me? The stone is warm, and it almost seems to whisper. A monument can't simply walk away. Monuments are famous for one thing, not walking. I should inform the Canes. Shadow of stone. A dark attention seems to emanate from the pedestal, or is this my imagination? The Canes love such stories, but which of them should I turn to? The only one that's still alive. You gotta go talk to Georgie. But first we have to go back to the Stillwater before we die. I can only hope that we make it in time. we're gonna be cutting it close. Alright, here we go. We're gonna be cutting it close.
I'd rather not hear this.
I mean, Georgie's the only one that's still, like, living and conscious, but... If we go tell Victor, I wonder if that does something. Because Victor is, he's still kind of loopy. He's been lobotomized. I wonder... And, I mean... Hang on. Nina Kana was Victor's wife. I wonder if this will do something if we go tell him. But there were some disturbingly similar themes there between what those kids were saying and what Simon was saying. Georgie, head of the Kane family, must learn about the assault on the family's memory, and Maria, mystical heir of wild Nina, must learn about the disappearance. Let's go talk to... Let's go talk to Georgie. I don't really like Maria. Maria's kind of weird. She doesn't really seem to have my best interests in heart. And then we can talk to Victor.
A soul moves like a slow spring. The harder you stretch it, the faster it contracts when released.
What happens tomorrow, Victor? She's coming. What? Victor, did you hear me? Do you understand me? Tomorrow. What are you talking about? I shouldn't have disturbed you. Alright. Okay. So somebody's coming tomorrow. And we don't know who. Victor won't tell us because, again, he's not all there. So that's day 10.
Immortality is not what people imagine it to be. It's different. You cannot achieve it without dying.
There's little time left. Very little. I have been to the focus. I know what Simon and Isidore did. I believe I am owed an explanation. Simon said that knowledge becomes ours only when the foam of passions has settled upon it. Did you know? You personally, did you know what they did before they died? Bachelor, you require silence, or some other occupation. Do not attempt to grasp everything at once. Do not torment yourself. It is, moreover, entirely futile. I have something to tell you. Tomorrow, when the foam has settled. Today, I refuse to speak with you on this matter. If you have other questions, please. If not, leave. You're right. I can't think clearly right now.
Tell me what you want and I will tell you who you are.
Suppose a man plants a tree. Years pass, it grows, withers, splinters, and collapses, killing a person. Is the one who planted it a murderer? That's a hell of a question. I have no patience for riddles right now. I brought you news. Nina Kane's monument has vanished. Is that so? Curious. Have you told anyone in our family besides me? No, you're the first, aside from the wretch who cleans the monuments. She served her family for many years. She's terribly afraid you'll punish her. So that's my reputation. Regrettable. Still, she has nothing to fear. I won't punish her. On the contrary, I'll have to protect her. Protect her from what? I have a request, Bachelor. Don't tell my niece Maria about the monument. What will happen? She's passionate by nature. Symbols matter to her. She loved her mother fiercely and is possessive of everything tied to Nina. And when she's angry, she's dangerous, very likely to act recklessly. I don't want a woman who has served us faithfully for so many years to suffer. Doesn't it trouble you at all what's become of the monuments? It's only stone. Besides, a monument isn't a needle, and the town isn't a haystack. I'm sure things will become clear soon enough. There have been rumors for years among the people about precious heirlooms hidden inside it. Nonsense, of course. And yet, I can't get this strange disappearance out of my head. I told Georgie he believes that people are more important than stones and bears no ill will toward the statue's abductors. His relatives are unlikely to think the same. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Georgie will protect the innocent servant from Maria's wrath. Witness protection. Very good. Very good. We learned, this is great. We learned a lot today. I think we're done with day 10. Day 9. We're done with day 9. We entered the focus, fixed the puzzle, discovered the truth about Isidore and Simon. We locked up Clara. We should go see her in jail, by the way. We gotta go visit her in prison. I wonder if we can. So we locked up Clara so she doesn't accidentally kill Lara. So Lara is now alive.
Tired of this noise.
I'm sure Clara is a little confused about why she was in prison, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And now we can go back to day 1. Oh, this is where the army has set up their base of operations, I see. Yeah, okay, so we can't even... There we go. Changeling. You know, Dr. Man, I do know it was you who's locked me in this cell with her. And I do know why, too. But it won't work. See? Who is her? Who are you talking about? As far as I know, you're alone in the cell. You're trying to save the town, except you're not saving it. You've sentenced it. You've sentenced the whole town to death. I am the one saving it. Me. And you're hindering me, Dr. Man. You will regret this. Do you know why I've asked Kaminsky to lock you up? You're trying to save a single life. And you'll end up taking hundreds. The whole town will die out. Make your choice, Dr. Man. One life or hundreds of them. What? I've made my choice. You're in a cell and won't be able to kill anyone. That means the town will die. Tomorrow. That's how I see it. Time itself will punish you. Time will come and punish you for defying it. You're speaking of time as if it was a living person and was going to knock on my door one day. Knock knock, bachelor. Knock knock. Let it knock. I don't have to open my door to strangers. I don't open my door to stranger misters. Stranger misters. Knock knock, bachelor. Knock knock. Clarice. She's not wrong, though.
Superstitions aren't real.
The town does die on... Well, riots break out. Some kind of weird thing happens on day 10, which kills everybody. So let's go back to day 1. Let's do that. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens there. So at least... So Clara seems to know... She's aware of why she was put in jail. Which is weird, but she knows. She doesn't seem to hold any ill will. Aside from the fact that the town will die. Why does she have to be so negative all the time? Okay, day 1. I'm quite curious to see how this is going to work out. Actually, yeah, let's do that right now. Day 1. So the reason why we haven't been able to do day 1 yet is the inspector keeps telling Dankovsky, I'm not interested in hearing how it began. Because he's more interested in hearing about how the plague evolved over the next few days. So we never even got through day 1. We did like the first couple minutes of that day. But I feel like there's a lot more important events. You see, look, in the description, in which the calamity can still be prevented. Is there a way for us to actually stop all this from happening in the first place?
A hero is someone who dies for others. You are no hero. You're small fish.
So you claim you found out that Simon Kane and Isidore Barak, the most highly respected elders of the town, its pillars, had intentionally infected themselves with the plague. Then they brought it to everyone else, consciously and on purpose, and that is the solution to everything. The answer lies in the reason why they did that. Do you really believe what you're saying? Certainly, I found direct evidence to that effect. So this is a vulgar story about the so-called intellectual elites deciding to throw the mindless herd into the furnace of their ventures. And you're still on their side. I'm on the side of truth. My mission was to understand them, not join them. Tens of thousands dead, Bachelor. Tens of thousands. Sure, it's more respectable than taking an axe to an old lady from too much thinking. But not by much. Too much thinking? Taking an axe to an old lady from too much okay, whatever. Still, I can see now that Simon Kane's character and plans really do matter a lot in this story. Finally, you're ready to look at it my way, Inspector. I'm always ready to try a new angle. You, esteemed bachelor, are the one who's been refusing to put your actions into perspective all this time. How do Bachelor Dankovsky's actions look from your perspective? Egocentric. Let thousands die as long as his brilliant mind can chase its discovery into a corner. Daniil Dankovsky is a talented man, one of those who cling to their concepts of reality too closely. It's exactly who this town needed. Megalomania, similar to paranoia but a new tune. Why are you talking about yourself from the third person? You did want the accused to put his actions into perspective, so let's look at him from the outside, shall we? Perhaps that can help us understand this sorrowful odyssey better. You're unexpectedly cooperative. This is suspicious. Lost in translation? Yeah, it had to be. That was weird. That sentence was really weird to read. Taking an axe to an old lady from too much thinking. We won't consider all the tedious laps Bachelor Dankovsky was running around the town on his first day there. Instead, let's focus on the defining points, the key elements in this structural frame. The boring first meetings and pleasantries are of no interest to us. Finally, you're speaking my language. Okay, here we go. Already told the inspector everything he was interested in, even a bit more. Immortal man. Simon Kane, an alleged immortal, lives in this town. Understanding him is the only way to save Thanatica. Are you chasing shadows again, Dankovsky? I've heard of an elephant man. Is this the worm man, then? I've only seen such poor disfigured creatures in an anatomical theater. We've met Bad Grief. Let's just see what this has to do. Begin the first day. I wish I could look you in the face. In which the calamity can still be prevented. My case is lost from the start. Today I first set foot on the town's pavements. Simon was already dead, news of his death was spreading and tearing the town apart. The sensitive kin tried to ward off disaster, but all signs of it hung in the air. Back then, I didn't understand the reason for the celebration. And Simon's body disappeared shortly after his death. We already know what happened to it. What's this? Meaninglessness. Someone was secretly burying a pile of junk disguised as Simon. Is this Dankovsky? Oh, that's right. We're like watching it from the outside. My eyes touch you, Beholder. What was that? I just saw some sort of... What did you see, Beholder? I saw all things at once, the past and the future, the present and the possible. Thank you for your vision, Beholder. You see more widely than others. We will remember this. I haven't even done anything yet, but I'm already helping. What a stand-up guy I turned out to be. Look at me, Daniil. I'll tell you how to avoid the mistakes you will make yesterday. That box, syphilis. This was from Hat Jumps. That makes about as much sense. Sure enough, after all, those mistakes have already happened. They won't happen yet. Eva. So this is his first meeting with Eva.
I need sleep.
So that's what you're like. Dead, tired, and covered in dust. Daniil Dankovsky at your service. You're restless. We hardly see anyone like that in our sleepy little town. Even the Canes have gone into hibernation as the years passed. Were you expecting me? Of course. Simon said I'd be your guide, and I always listen to him. Simon Kane? Simon Kane. He left you in my care. Said you'd be staying at my house. Oh, it has a name, the Stillwater. And this won't be the first time it's had guests, but most don't last long. I think you will, though. I've already prepared everything. Most don't last long. Are you threatening me? Well, nice to meet you. Likewise. Shall we? Why the hurry? Don't you want to find your belongings first? I won't disappear. I'll be waiting for you at home. You said that so warmly. Eva. Simon was expecting me. A place was prepared at the Stillwater, the guest house, as far as I can tell.
If only I could leave this place and go far away.
I sincerely hope you have everything you need, because I am very happy to have you here. Daniil, is it? Could you please tell me where your ruler, Simon Kane, lives? Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man? Even if he is a sorcerer, that's so sad. But Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been, he always will be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please, stay with me a little longer. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality there. Here. But who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Barack of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me take off for this place. How embarrassing. Did I really speak like that? Funny, isn't it? I don't speak like that either. And no one in their right mind considered Simon a sorcerer, even though the rumors did go around. It seems to me that you and I were playing certain roles here, but since then, the play has changed. It has come alive. Wait, you can hear me? Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man. A celebrity from the capital, Bachelor Dankovsky, the founder of Thanatica. The man who challenges death. Of course we've heard about you. This glory is undeserved yet. I hope that getting to know your ruler will give me a chance to live up to the expectations. Not him, Eva. Can you hear me? No need to shout. He is you. You shouldn't despise your yesterday's self, even if from tomorrow you dislike how he behaved and what he said. More than that, please learn to love him. What is happening to me? You understand it yourself. Simon is holding out his hand to you. Show me where Simon lives. It's not far. The Kanes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square. Could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Remember what I told you before, that Simon saw the possibility of a higher life in breaking the whole into parts, including the spirit. I don't remember such a conversation. Don't be afraid. You've come very close to Simon now, almost face to face. It's simply another way of seeing things. Try it, and if you don't like it, refuse it. Alright, that's what I'll do. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Kanes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I'll have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Oh god, these are all really good things. I want to ask all these questions. I'm meeting you in the Stillwater and watching myself from the outside at the same time. Passing through 2 doors at once, is that right? Yes. Alright, I'll come back. Another meeting. No wonder it seemed to me then I had known Eva forever. Because he was like channeling future Dankovsky. Kane is waiting to meet with me. The Patriarch. At the Polyhedron. Okay. How many times has it struck now? I've lost count. 14? What's with you with those strikes? This isn't a Death Watch beetle. Do you honestly imagine it'll whittle you extra hours, extra days even? The cathedral is closed, I take it? Once word got around that Simon was gone, the cathedral doors slammed shut. We can't get in now. The cathedral will be mourning the loss for 3 days. I hate that bell sound. It turns my breast milk bitter, and the baby won't nurse. And my daughter, when the bells start up, gray shows in her hair. She's just a mite, and she grays with every peal of bells. Then the ringing ends, and the gray is gone. At this rate, I'll be gray myself before long. At this rate, what's with the pealing of bells? Let's see. So there's Georgie. Oh, did Dankovsky talk to Georgie here? Interesting. Simon Kane. I was told he'd be waiting for me, but I assumed it would be at the Crucible.
This town has too many reinforcement ribs.
Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We're also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. He murdered himself by giving himself the Sand Plague. Damn it! Why did it have to happen just before I arrived? Right as I found the chance to prevail. Precisely. Why did it have to happen just before your arrival? Are you asking yourself the same question?
You could have gone and bowed properly, asked for kindness. Who would have refused you? But no, you had to strut about like a peacock.
You promised, dear bachelor, that you would spare me the details of your acquaintance with the townsfolk. Simon and his plan to infect the town with the plague. That is what concerns us. We are standing face to face with Simon, Inspector. This is Georgie Kane, the judge. As I understand it, you mistook him for his brother at first. There's a note about their resemblance. Allegedly, they were nearly twins, though how could that be, and where is Simon then? Simon is near. Look, listen, think, feel. I need to examine your brother's body. The examination of the body will not help you in any way. This puzzle is to be solved within your mind. I am not able to, or even allowed to tell you any more than that. Believe me, I am not trying to conceal any evidence from you. The body is kept in the ice house. It is intact, but focus may not be breached. You're lying, Georgie. The body was taken. I have been to the focus of the Crucible. I was waiting for those words. You lied to me, Georgie. You lied all these days. You called Simon study the focus, but that was only a beautiful shell filled with sorcerous toys. His body never mattered at all. While we were searching for the cause of death, your brother abandoned the very idea of it. Where is he? Before me. Before you is me. Correct. The focus is not only a place, but also a state of mind. It's the polyhedron itself, a vessel. What do you call it? For Simon's soul. There is no soul, there is only memory. Only the ability to see, and a machine that splits the beholder's memory into corpuscles in order to preserve them forever. We are looking at it now. So wait, the polyhedron is a machine to split memory into corpuscles? Are you saying Simon Kane hid from the plague inside the polyhedron? He entered the focus in order to cease being a single self and thus deceive time. And you, dear bachelor, knew this from the first day. I've always known. What the? These are all word games. In essence, the phrase Simon is alive describes a state of the world fully identical to the one we find ourselves in. Different twins. It's perfectly obvious that on the first day I met with Georgie Kane specifically. I'll meet his twin only at the end. Fatal inevitability. A senseless race for the elder's body, a senseless attempt to obtain what slipped through my fingers. Got a loot. Thank you. The Kane said the dead man's body is hidden in a cold room, somewhere in the Crucible. If I understood correctly, but I've heard whispers that it's a lie. That this afternoon an unnamed body was buried at the cemetery. Show me where it happened.
It's cold here. Grave cold.
How curious. I often see death standing behind a person, but this is the first time I've seen life. Then you must have taken me for a fighter against death. Say what? Or maybe you caught sight of me just out of the corner of your eye. You really are unusual. What the... So you did go looking for Simon's body on the first day after all. You weren't idle. Why then, by the second day, did you give up so completely that your whole odyssey folded in on itself? Not far from here, by the western wall of the cemetery, the Kane's servants are burying someone with no name. But it doesn't seem to be Simon Kane, or so it seems. Someone else may have died in the Kane household. That's not unlikely. Thank you, child. I'll see to it. Did he forget all about all the stuff that happened on day one? Walk softly, please. A living girl already climbed out of one grave today. She left a while ago, though I'd rather the rest of the dead stay where they are. What? Is she saying that the changeling crawled out of the ground? Is this a common occurrence, people climbing out of graves? No, that can't happen. It's too scary. She wasn't dead anyway. She was alive, just some changeling, I think. A changeling, you say? She might be worth talking to. More so than the Kane's servants. I have a feeling she sees things differently. Why was she buried? This man has nothing in common with Simon, or is the meaning that Simon dies with every unfortunate soul and is reborn with every infant? So then, shall we start digging? Maybe we sit a bit longer? Alright, a bit, and then we dig him in for sure. And who is being dug in here, good sirs? Someday the man who will lie in this grave built the city. Some say. He did build it for sure, on paper though. Like the kind you keep fiddling with in your hands. That's Mishka the map maker. He could draw up any plan so it looked realer than the real thing. And now he's ended up in a rectangle himself. In a few days they'll open this coffin and inside they'll find only a map. Why? Because if every map Mishka ever drew was realer than the real thing, then it was realer than he himself too, right? Right. It ain't really him lying there, just the body. Every man with a shovel is a philosopher in disguise. Territory. Where they supposedly buried Simon, they're burying the cartographer, burying his maps, burying the town. The cartographer. Jump into the grave. So, I guess we go talk to Clara. Clear this all up. Can't leave. Okay, sounds good. So it's 7:30, day 1. So Dankowski knew about Clara. Let's go check out what these crows are doing. Because Grace told him about Clara on the first day. That she climbed out of a grave. There she is.
Is a hand? Or is it just the fingers? Or the prints themselves?
So this is what you look like. A bit small, to be honest, and quiet. I was expecting, you know, some mighty old man, beard down to his waist, booming voice and all that. Were you waiting for me? I wouldn't call it that. But I knew you'd come. Yes, that much is true. And by the way, I didn't steal anything from you. I haven't done anything bad at all. So you and I have known each other since the first day then. You and I, yes. You created me after all. But my twin sister and a bachelor Dankowski, no, I don't think so. Wait, what does she mean you created me? And her twin sister. He never made it this far, see? When he was searching for your body in the cemetery, he got distracted by shouting and left. I don't understand. Who are you talking to? You think I wouldn't recognize you without a beard? I'm not 5, you know. I'm almost a whole day old already. I'm not Simon. If that's what you're implying. I'm Bachelor Daniil Dankovsky, a fighter against death. Ha! You, Dankovsky! Have you even seen that Dankovsky? He's a total fool. Right now he's yelling at people out at the Bone Steak lot. Angry, trying to pick fights even. He wouldn't even be able to hear me. Wait, what's happening to Dankovsky? His head is breaking. Poor thing, really. I was just born, and I already know more about people than he learned in his whole life. And that they're awful liars. They're awful and they're liars, until you open them up and fix them on the inside. But that's something only I can do. Tell me honestly, what are you really? Are you a Shabnak? You tell me who I am. I'm your and Isidore's making. I appeared in the ground when you dug a little pit there. Hello, Sulu, welcome. Good evening. Oh. Oh, she's like the Shabnak's mirror. When she says my sister, she's talking about the Shabnak, I think. That means you are the plague. Don't disown me, will you? Please. You have to grow up on your own. Fine. Go to your Dankovsky then. You obviously don't need anyone else. He's out at the lot, head full of holes. Just like you wanted, really. Broken into pieces so you could put him back together. Well, go on then. You should go too, Clara. You'll find your path yet. So they're burning a body. Good. I see a mirror. Let's go break it. Never mind. Being forced into a conversation. The Shabnak Mara wears human skin. Everyone knows that. Women's skin too. Everyone knows. And she's from the steppe, so it's steppe skin. So we caught her, and we paid the abomination back. But in the fire, she's not to burn, for she is made of clay. Wrong. All wrong. Hardened, she must and fall apart. It's a Shabnak. A Shabnak, a clay thing on bony legs. The one that tore Barak and Simon Kane apart. Don't listen to her screams, that's how it tricks you. Plug your ears if you have to. What madness is this? She's just a girl. Murderers! Stop right now or I'll shoot you. We're paying her back for Barak. There he is. Piecework. He caught her. What have you done, you dimwits? Oh dear, oh dear, oh. What have you done? How is it? That was no Shabnak, that was a girl. A living girl. Hope you'll find yourself in her place as soon as today. On the day Simon and Isidore died, the shaken townsfolk hunted for a killer among ordinary women. I tried to stop them, my poor Bachelor Dankovsky, but you were too late. I can't go back. I can't arrive sooner. I can't undo this horror. What have you done, Simon? Oh! The Shabnak is here.
This is it.
Shabnak is here. We're going to talk to it. Oh, she's a beauty. Look at her. So that is how I came into being Doctor. They thought they were killing the Wrath of the Steppe, but they gave birth to it themselves. When blind hatred drove them to tear apart whoever came to hand. The Sand Plague is not a microbe, but pain spilled through the streets. I was here and I could not stop it. I am the truth of this world, Doctor. Everything that rises above the earth returns to it. Every act of defiance breaks against pitiful human nature. Simon Kane opened the gates of his body to me. He carried me into the town. And what you witnessed just now, he brought that too. I don't understand why he did it. To tear the whole apart. So that every cell of the single body might become aware of itself and sing its own song. Only for some, that song is a battle cry, for others, a death howl. Cain, without question, laid human nature to bear. Look at it, Doctor. Look. Look. The lives of the indispensable at the cost of the accidental.
Oh, it's fine by me. I'll manage somehow. But you keep lying to yourself.
Like it or not, dear Bachelor, this scene must be discussed with a specialist. Kindly endure his company. It's Tellman! Oh my god. All of this is highly symptomatic. The clinical picture is as clear as day. Tellman. I refuse to speak with this man. I've already explained that I consider his theories unscientific. On the first day of your stay in the town, a frenzied mob murdered stepwomen, believing a mythical golem killer was hiding among them. You witnessed one such execution and failed to stop it, and since then the plague has taken shape for you as a woman golem, endlessly burning and unable to burn. The plague, and I presume all its attendant disturbances, riot, panic, and so forth, by killing the imagined Shabnak again and again, you are attempting to atone for your failure to save the unfortunate girl. Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. What unbearable nonsense. And your fantasies of returning to the past to correct mistakes? Your mood swings, characteristic of monomaniacs. And all of this is plainly a consequence of the horrific scene you were unable to prevent. So he's saying that all of this, like all of this weirdness that Daniil is going through was a result of him witnessing this woman being burned at the stake on day one. Nonsense. You argue in vain, my dear Bachelor. Professor Tellman's reasoning sounds most persuasive. What matters is that we now see your madness has noble roots. You are a humane and sensitive man. You could not endure such a monstrous scene, and so you broke. My condolences. If I keep killing the Shabnak over and over, then I am becoming like that mob, not standing against it. It would seem so. Would it be fair to say, then, that you succumb to mass hysteria after all? Or perhaps you're simply dragging explanations in by the ears, forcing them to fit where they don't. How can you judge the clarity of your own mind? It seems to you that you are sane, but only because you cannot see yourself from the outside. Okay, but we just saw ourselves from the outside, like for the last 20 minutes. That is a most amusing accusation. How? If I learned anything here, it is precisely how to see myself from the outside. What do you see? I see Bachelor Dankovsky, standing on the steps of the polyhedron. I see myself there, too. To close the loop, he must enter. Now he is ready. When the hour strikes, the polyhedron will open to him. And when will that hour strike? I don't know, but now I am ready to meet it. Very well, let us summarize. Simon Cain unleashed the plague upon the town deliberately, staged his death, and hid himself within the bastion of the polyhedron, a tower beyond the reach of infection. This certainly adds new colors to the story. If you knew this, your obsession with Simon becomes easier to understand. You're not understanding, and you don't understand this at all. The polyhedron holds Simon's memory, not his body. But the conversation is not over. We'll have to return to more mundane events and to other days. Have a glass of water and we shall continue. All the more since the polyhedron will only open at the very end. So that was day one. I could jump back in time and save her, but I won't save every one of the thousands of murdered townspeople, and I must. We could go do day one again, they're saying. The sleep of reason. To save the woman that's being burned. Is that really the only thing that came out of this? Yeah. All of this led to this one action. This one thing. Like, this is the defining event on day one. Was that bonfire that he witnessed. And he kind of like, I guess, suppressed the memory immediately because he forgot about it. There's a conversation that happens later wherein, I think it's Georgie tells the Bachelor that he's sorry for the actions of the city. And Dankovsky's like, I don't mind. It wasn't that bad. And it was this. The city was going around burning people constantly throughout the day on day one. I won't save every one of the thousands of murdered townspeople, and I must. Okay, now we're on day 2. We're back at day 2. Wow, okay. Man. That's a lot to take in. We haven't even gotten to day 10 yet, and they've already revealed so much about what actually happened. We know exactly how the plague arrived in town. We have a kind of a sense of why. We know where Simon Kane is, his memory at least. His body is, of course, destroyed, but his memory is persisted inside of the polyhedron itself. And Dankovsky seems to think that we'll eventually be able to get in there.
It's more honest now. Misophonia, Dankovsky. Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
Why so jittery? He likes to talk to himself. Okay, so we went back to day 1. We have to go back to day 9. Or are we done with day 9? I think we're actually done with day 9. We can go to day 10. Ooh, that's exciting.
He looked like a man obsessed. A man in love. In love? Yes. Lovers know no obstacles, do they? What? Ah. You want to know who he was in love with. It's what, not who. His mission. His dream. The Nautica.
Anyway, why do they keep insisting you brought the sandpass to the town?
Because they're stupid. They confuse the cause and consequence.
Are you the consequence?
Are you the cause? Just do me a favor and shut your mouth, please. Can't you see a professional is working?
These little play snippets are so wild. I love them. It's like it's really hard to follow what they're saying, but it feels like it's adding far more like context. It's great. I can't talk to her. Okay, let's go on to day 10. And we'll see what misery happens on day 10 that causes the city to be destroyed. I'm really curious about this. Oh, hello. Irida. So you've chosen to lay yourself completely bare to the inspector. Do you think he's on your side, or is there some other reason for such candor? I think no one is on my side here. The inspector will be back any moment. We'll ask what happened with Inquisitor Karminski on the 10th day. What will you tell him? Karminski was obsessed with impossible objects and paid for his curiosity about a street in the atrium. Oh. No one could have foreseen the consequences of what Karminski did to Victor Kane. Wrong. The correct answer is, you don't know what Inquisitor Karminski was doing. Even if you think you do. Even if it seemed like he was being candid with you. That is the truth. You aren't aware of his true mission, so don't mislead anyone. So he wasn't sent there to save the town? Do you have any idea how many towns like that there are in our country? Hundreds. And we only have 17 Inquisitors. Trust me, the Inspector cares about the fate of Inquisitor Karminski proportionately to those numbers. And the more you reveal about it, the clearer your own involvement will be. Everything that happened to Karminski, he did to himself. What's gonna happen to him? I mean, couldn't happen to a better guy, right? Begin the 10th day, in which the hospital is closed down. Oh, that's bad.
Once Dankovsky, now 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
3 days ago, I arranged with Grief to escape from the town, either now or never. It will not happen. We're not doing that. So there's that's how you get one of the endings. Is like you have to complete this quest line and do all those things, and then I guess you can escape on this day. That's what it seems like. Georgie is alive, and he and I have one more conversation ahead. Nothing we do today moves that needle. Absolutely nothing will move that needle. Denial. Prohibit dying. No one's dying today. Bedlam. It seems this time the bull intends to destroy the entire house. I was wrong to think we'd become friends. What did the bull do? What did the bull do? Where's the bull? What did he do? Here we go. Heavy dose of morphine. Heavy dose of strychnine. Twirine. Mercury tonic. 17? These things are 15, 15, 15, and 17. She hasn't offered them until today. It's insane. It's so much money. Alright. Hello, kids. We have come in peace, O esteemed Mr. Comrade Dr. Healer Dankovsky. Speak up, he's probably deaf. People say he has trouble hearing. Hey, Big Lump, can you hear us? We have come in peace. There's no need to yell, I can hear you just fine. The chieftain has sent us to you, esteemed Mr. Comrade Dr. Healer, with a request. He told us to do it with all the respect we can scrape up. I'm telling you, he's deaf as a doornail. Hey, mister! Blink once if you understand what we are saying. Shut your trap. You're ruining everything. We've been told to show respect. This is the first time the chieftain trusted us with a real job, and you are botching it. What is this real job? Chieftain Notkin expresses his deepest respect and says that he needs your assessment. We want you to assess a house. What house are you talking about? We need you to assess a house as a Dr. Healer. To tell us that it's not sick. Is this another puzzle like the one with the dog on day 2? Who are you keeping caged this time? The chieftain asked me to assure you that we have the best intentions in mind and that as a Dr. Healer, you will do the town a great service. The chieftain wants to turn a house in the crude sprawl into a shelter for the children we rescue from the tower, you know. Which children are you planning on rescuing from the tower? Did you even tell them they are in need of rescuing? This I don't know. The chieftain will be waiting for you by the house in the crude sprawl. He'll explain it in person. Dr. Healer Dankovsky, can you tell him that we did a good job? We did, right? You did. I'll be sure to mention it.
Maria says that people like you never dream. Is that true?
Daniil, wait. You really do know about, well, death? I know much about it, but not enough. You know that to defeat your enemy, you must look him in the face, right? Lift your visor and look him straight in the eye, if you're a knight. You're hinting at something between the lines. Death doesn't exist, Daniil. I truly, truly do believe that. Did you want to talk about something? I did, but not with words. What is it? The fact that death doesn't exist. I don't understand, but I see I won't get anything else out of you. Interesting. What is she up to?
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Death doesn't exist.
The broken.
If it only were that easy, right? You see it every day, all the time.
Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
Camera lumina. Oh my god. There are so many districts that are rioting today.
The broken ones don't lie.
Okay. We have to find the cow. I forgot to find the cow. They kept saying that there was, like, chaos in the house, but I didn't see anything. Oh my god. Wait, what? What's going on? The bull is flat. There was a bull here, the bull was large, and now the bull is flat. Now there's a paper bull. The tracks lead here. I've never been here before. What is this place? A woman lived here. She had strange projects. This is a strange place. It seems the bull isn't here. If only I could take the bull. I think I can picture how to fold it. And then there's this guy. You can't sneak up on people like that. And then that was it? He's not actually here? Diary from the empty room. correlates with the animism of traditional peoples and the natural perception of the non-living as living. However, even the educated part of the population is convinced that Cana is capable of working miracles, such as resurrecting the dead, animating dolls, and instilling in people a certain fever that drives them. Sacred filth is not the same as physiological filth. Waste from the water tower must not be buried in the steppe. Worms, ordinary annelid worms, will devour it and spread it in all directions. This filth is remarkably tenacious. Sometimes I stand over the tanks with this disturbingly brown liquid. Next line is crossed out. Underestimates me. I would never. An animated bottle of Twyrene. The shape is characteristic and recognizable. Elongated neck. The bottle walked on all little hooves and sang to me. I need to talk to Cana about this. We've seen those things. I hate you, crossed out. Why can't you be like the wonderful Stamatins? Why do our creations always require a sacrifice? I would kill you if the diary entry cuts off here. Diary from the empty room. Where's my bull? Where did he go? He's just gone. You've managed to leave the room. It wasn't too hard. This place lacks a door. Stillwater is a worthy house. It came out well. Still, it could use some rules, like the cathedral. Not the same rules, of course. Its own rules. Without rules, space comes apart at the seams, like badly woven fabric. You can fall through these tears and never come back again. Bacchio's disappeared. Did you see where he'd gone? Did someone take him away? A bull will always find grass. He must have smelled it here, broken in. He's a mighty one, however much you poke him with your needles. But if you munch on grass that's growing out of a tear in reality, it's easy to fall through. I saved this bull from a kitchen knife. I'll save him from a tear, too. Tell me what I should do. Why do you think he needs saving this time? Never thought you could fall through to a better place? I've grown attached to him. I'd let him go if I were you. You grew bored here. It's wrong to sentence those you love to boredom. But I'm not you. If you're going to look for him, check the polyhedron. What does the polyhedron have to do with this? Why do you think the polyhedron makes sound in the wind? It only looks like it's made of paper and mirrors. It's really made of holes, of voids, and through these voids, the wind of time blows, howling. All roads lead to the eternal city. All tears lead to the polyhedron. Uh-huh. Where are you, Bacchio? I'll save you. The bull left me for places inaccessible to people. A paper figure, that's all that will remind me of him. Okay. We gotta save Bacchio from the tower. It's very important. Hello, what's this? You guys just gonna be, like, murdering people in the streets right now or something, or what? What's going on here? Whoa! Eva? She's dead! They say that in the second of falling, the roof jumpers always regret they jumped. This way is for those who have no life left in them at all, or for superhumans. Poor girl, how did this happen? Some say Eva was in love with a man who didn't notice her feelings. She grew tired of living with no hope. Others say she wanted to give her soul to the cathedral. It was never consecrated, you know. It's just standing here empty. Or that this was her fate. I think it was just her time. The hour has struck her chest through. Eva was about faith and hope, not love. We'll never know now. That's the horror of it, isn't it? A woman is gone. She'll never tell anything now. So fragile she was, almost transparent. But she hardly broke at all. No matter, I know how to save her. She was still alive yesterday. She will tell me what was torturing her. Alright, gotta go to yesterday. save her. Eva claimed there was no death. It seems she truly believed it. If only there were a way to fix this. Day 9, save Eva. Apparently we find that very depressing. Not surprising.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
What are you doing? Why are you burning the furniture? I order you to stop this immediately. State your name. I want to know who to hold accountable for this madness. Take off the mask. Alright. He's burning furniture. What a lovely fire. Let's stoke it some more. Let the flames go all the way up to the sky. Let the sky burn too. Wow, this guy is into it. Badhogin nerir. Badhogin aldrin tele book ziil shatak boltogoi. What? I was just a girl when they married me off. All my life I've been a Zov's son. I dreamed of leaving this place. Yavakig meredeg beisan, but I couldn't. I was afraid. Where would I go? I thought. I have children, I thought. A husband, a home. Now it's over. Boik, zilin, tegsel. No more kids, no more husband, and now everything I own is burning in this fire. I am finally free. The town is still under quarantine. Those are all just little details. Amdralin Jijig Ziil. If I live to see the day, I'll leave for sure. Bado heard my prayers. She took everything that was holding me here. She let me go. I'll start anew. Enebol mini bolomj. Okay. Goodbye. You're crazy. Savagery. Absolute barbarism. Why burn furniture of all things? What's the point? What good will it do? Whose life will be better because of this? This is a handcrafted Higginbottom dresser. And just like that, into the fire it goes. This must be the most expensive bonfire in the history of bonfires. No one ordered anyone to burn furniture. The decree was about decontamination. Well, feast your eyes on this decontamination of yours. Behold your decrees in action. Do you like it? Extremis malice extrema remedia. Tell me, esteemed doctor, did you burn your own furniture too? I'm just curious. It's time for me to leave. Goodbye. I gotta go. Later. Oh boy. Stuff is happening.
One Stankovsky.
An umbilical cord connects the earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
Good day, Bachelor. Do you believe yourself ready for today's lesson? I'm not merely ready. I want answers. All of them. Good. You have not forgotten. I trust that I am, first and foremost, a judge. And today I invite you to sit in judgment upon Simon. Oh. Guilty. I don't require deliberation. How ironic. I never knew you possessed such a wicked sense of humor, Georgie. Consider it my attempt to amuse my brother. It would have pleased him. Oh, I don't doubt it. I would ask you to observe the proper order of the trial. Are you prepared to bring charges against Simon? In what precise form? Simon Kane, in collusion with Isidore Barak, deliberately infected this town with the plague. I cannot serve as judge to my own brother. It would be improper, yet I should like to speak as a witness for the defense. I don't think Simon can be defended. I don't think Simon needs defending. Oh, interesting. So it's like if you buy into what he was doing. I'm listening. I shall not enumerate all that my brother has done for this town. I shall not even insist upon the point that de facto he is its creator. I propose rather that we regard his actions from a different height. Simon was an answer for everyone and at all times, and thus by a certain inevitability he became the question. You're saying that the one man who can resolve everyone's troubles is a bad thing. Simon never sought dominion. He wished to inspire and to teach, yet he was by any measure extraordinarily strong. All felt that strength. Some wished to make use of it, others bent before it, though he asked no one to bend. And in time, the town nearly forgot how to stand on its own. It could not so much as take a step without leaning upon Simon. Then he understood that his design had failed. So he threw everyone overboard so they could learn to swim for themselves? So he realized that he must depart, that errors demand payment. Others pay for his errors. And do you suppose it could have been otherwise? Very well, let there have been no epidemic. Do you truly believe that nothing else would have risen in its place? That Karminski has surely presented to you his favorite theory, that reality strives to rid itself of impossible objects. Our town is impossible by design. Simon was the one who made it possible. Without Simon, the world presses us out. Listen, I read Simon's letter. He says differently, that he deliberately prepared a trial for the town, for the strong to survive, and the weak good riddance. Imagine this. You are entirely certain that misfortune will befall your own creation once you are gone. What would you choose? An unknown calamity you cannot even name, or the one whose shape you understand? What the hell? He's saying he infected the town deliberately because it's like the devil you know, and at least they understand what's going to happen to them. If I decided to let the town go, I would actually let it go, and not torment myself with what came after. Consider, the town beheld the sand plague 5 years ago. The Odongs in the steppe know how to boil their dead gruel, the first step toward a vaccine. Isidore writes 2 letters, one to you, one to his son, physicians of differing schools, and that girl, Clara, they say, did not wake in the cemetery without purpose. From the very beginning, I felt this was a trap. Remember, Simon proceeded with the premise that calamity was inevitable, that the balance between earthly life and the miracles he maintained here would collapse, one way or another. Yes, he did choose the manner of its collapse, and in that choice he discerned a chance for growth, a chance for miracles to reign at last. Miracles that will finally become dependable because people will have earned them for themselves, and will be able to hold them. The plan was both risky and cruel. He left me a message, only after his death. Before that, I knew nothing. You cannot imagine how enraged I was, how I hated him myself. It was a cruel message of ordeal, of the necessity of outgrowing oneself. Yet there was also Isidore's message, a single hurriedly scratched line. When we were returning to town, he was weeping. Isidore is another matter entirely. Why did he agree to it? It was to remove him as like a avenue of solving the problem. I do not know. Truly, I do not. Yet the mere fact that Simon could persuade Isidore is, to my mind, an argument for the defense. You did not know Isidore. He could not be pressed nor compelled, and he always placed people first. Therefore, Simon proved to him that the plague was the lesser evil. I suppose so. Bachelor, you may disbelieve me, you may disagree, you may find my arguments unpersuasive. You sit as judge. I ask you to remember only this. There is no parlor game of courts. You truly are Simon's judge. He called for you so that you would judge him. In the end, it is your actions that will become his sentence, or his acquittal. I already understand that. He's waiting to see whether I accept his path or refuse it. I no longer know what to believe or what to do. Simon deliberately abandoned the town to teach it to do without him. Or so it would die. It wasn't a proper town anyway. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so Simon is basically like, this town is going to become... Something bad is going to happen here once I die. And if we don't do something now, we can choose the form of our death, and that will at least make things better. It's not a total loss in that case. Dankovsky appears. Artemy Barak appears. Clara appears. And they all have some hand in making sure that the town doesn't fully die.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Living.
Gotta save the Horned Doggo. We do. We have to go into the Polyhedron and save Bakio. Our loyal cow. Okay. Notkin is waiting for me in this district. We have to go to the hospital and play doctor, so to speak. Yes. There's something here I forgot.
Tired of this noise.
There's an event happening in the town. Take glass shards. Use. The event is happening somewhere? It says that there are points of interest left unexplored. I used the glass shards, which tells you where they are, and I don't see anything. Shaken, Steppe Village. Cow. Interesting. I wonder if it's something that has not yet been revealed. Well, let's go talk to Notkin. I don't like going to the Crude Sprawl, because every time I go to the Crude Sprawl, someone tries to lock me in a house and kill me. Which of these houses is it? Who are these people? Enemies. Who do I see? Maria and Kana with the Inquisitor. That's someone I didn't expect to see together. Why are they here?
They lived happily ever after, and horribly ever before.
Mirrors. Look at the mirrors, but don't look in them. Optical instruments, the very concept of amalgam that creates a duplicate reality in our eyes. Hold the key to capturing memory. That's what my esteemed uncle used to say.
Why would you want celestial spheres? I suggest a celestial tesseract.
Which of the two? Georgie or Simon? Georgie more often than Simon, but Uncle Georgie is a theoretical necrosophist. Uncle Simon is a thinker, but he cares about reasoning less than he does about sensory experience. Cares about it? Oh, that's why she still thinks that he's alive. I mean, in a sense he is. I did notice there was something wrong with the mirrors in this town. And Daniil, what an unexpected meeting. Can anything be unexpected for a prophetess? I hope you don't find this joke funny. I've heard it so many times. I'm used to write off anyone who pretends to laugh at it. Schedules of waking up examinations and shipping barley into the barn are not what a gift of a mistress concerns itself with. You're being discourteous, Daniil. Lady Kana was explaining her family's experiments with the laws of optics to me. It's not nice to interrupt a woman. Even worse if she's a researcher. You seem to be intrigued. I believe I can hear feelings behind the facade of cold reason. Who told you I was an apologist of cold reason only? That is a reductionist view of both the world and the human nature. All people are driven by passions. You just need to choose the ones that are the right size for you, so to say. And you're an intellectual giant, of course. I admit. I feel very interested in the words of Lady Kana, and I'd like to continue listening to them. Would you mind? I wouldn't. Usually, I'm the one to choose who deserves my company, and I don't tolerate outsiders being importunate. But, oh, whatever. So Uncle claimed that, contrary to popular opinion, the soul is not a solid entity, but rather a wave. And to keep it, what you need is not a box, but resonance. Optical resonance, however paradoxical that may sound. Visual memory is developed at best in humans. That and olfactory memory, that's true. Indeed, the very first version of the polyhedron, which was small, less than a meter high, and held for 2 hours, 13 minutes, used incense as well, so you are right. How did it hold up? I don't know the exact inner workings of the early versions of the polyhedron. I was too young. But I know that the central principle was, and is, optical. Memory is the part of people and things that lives not in them, but around them, picked up by their close ones perceiving them, mostly by people. They are the ones who keep the world's memory. But there are some objects that are also capable of it. Mirrors, for instance. Or more precisely, amalgam. Hey, Abdallah. Good. How are you doing tonight? I'm enjoying the, I feel like we're getting to the ending stages of this game, so I'm enjoying all the little, reveals and twists. So does it capture memory, absorb it, or does it rather copy it, creating a new version? What does amalgam even mean in your family's theory? I'm not sure. I was too young when the polyhedron was being built, and now father is no more, Uncle Simon is no more. Uncle Georgie is lost in his grief. Peter Stamanton is useless. I have to rediscover what they discovered on my own. And all I know are the basic principles. That's why I turned to you, Mark. You cannot do this without your brilliant mind. What do you think, Mark? I mean, Inquisitor Karminski? I think any lies are made of truth, just like any cure is made of poison. Structurally, lies are even more curious, and mirrors really do deserve to be studied closely. There is something indeed wrong with the mirrors. If you find out what it is, please tell me. I certainly won't. At least you're honest. Protect from herself. Maria is behaving suspiciously. While she's enjoying her promenade, I should visit her house and her household for her own good. Oh. Interesting.
More at ease. More clear.
Do you take us for blind whelps, Notkin? Or do you think these masks actually cover our eyes? Everyone knows this house is a plague pit. Go find some other fools to come live here.
Hide and seek, tag, hopscotch. Or we might as well play Ring Around the Rosies.
It's the same house that I was locked in, that they tried to kill me with before. It's the same house. It was a plague pit, that's true, but it's over now. The people died and the sandpest left. It doesn't stay if it's got nothing to eat. The house is clean now, habitable. For your lot, it's the best option you have. Says who? Your cat? We're about to ask Dr. Dankowski. I brought him here as an expert. Soul and a Half's chieftain and a Doghead's ambassador. Were you not at war just yesterday? As reasonable people, we're treading the path of peace. We released Khan. We withdrew our guard from the hidden passages. We offer this safe house as a gesture of goodwill. But our respected former foes still find it hard to believe the purity of our intentions. That's why I brought you, Doctor, to certify that the sand pest has devoured everyone and moved on. Why would they need a safe house? Notkin keeps pestering us to leave the tower. Says we'll have to sooner or later. That the soldiers will flush us out and we can't put up a fight. The situation is heating up, he says. And he is not wrong, but like I said, some of your pack haven't left the tower for ages. When they are forced outside, they'll be like newborn puppies, smashing their noses against walls, trying to walk through them. I remember, I was the same once. What I mean is, they will need a safe and quiet space to adjust to reality. I found it for you, but you all act as if I'm trying to lure the dogheads into a trap. So you want me as an arbitrator? I need your authority, Doctor, to prove my point. I'm telling her the house is safe. She won't believe me. You tell her, she will. Khan respects the Doctor, so we all respect him too. If the Doctor goes into the house and says it's not a death trap, we will take his word on it. Fine. I'll examine the house. Wait here. The cursed house. Are we locked in here again? I'm asked to prove the house is safe for children to live in. This door leads to nothing. It leads to a wall. It's just blank. Oh yeah, I remember doing that. Drop that bell. Pretty good. Made a hell of a noise.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Hello, who's this? I don't see any traces of infection yet. Perhaps the disease truly left this place. Who are you? The Good. Is that Mr. The Good? Is that like a full name? Like Madonna? Dear Dr. Dankovsky, I'm glad to see you in good health in these times of trial. Too many lovely people did not live to see the morrow. Alas, they did not. Have we been introduced? My apologies, I cannot remember everyone. Oh, a rootless tumbleweed like me would never have been introduced to you, Doctor. But I heard about you. I used to live at the dump. My nickname's Good Mad. One of my fellow vagrants was taken to your hospital. And I have found a warmer place to spend the night. You've been sleeping in this house for how long? I know that this used to be an infected house. Don't worry, we vagrants learn our life lessons. We know where the Reaper lies in wait and where you can find shelter. This is my second day in this house. I'm finally warm. We're taking chances, perhaps still are. I have to admit, there were black tendrils of plague in this house. They encroached on the walls, made me scream when I saw them. A girl heard me scream, a miracle worker. She came here and healed the walls, the house, the entire block. Maybe even me. I don't remember when I last felt so strong and full of energy. You were subjected to Clara's treatment. What does she say? You do not believe in this miracle worker's powers? Well, I can see where you're coming from. Science and faith are uneasy bedfellows. Interesting. So this guy was healed by Clara. Like, Clara healed the entire house, is what he's saying. The whole block. I need to examine you. You spent 2 days in this house. If the contagion is still here, you'd have signs of infection. May I? Why would I stop you? You, Doctor, are deeply respected by the vagrants of this city. Take off your clothes. Take them off! He's elevated heart rate a little bit. Extensive hematomas. They're several weeks or months old. No fresh ones observed. Build. Asthenic. Or excessive thinness. No wonder with his lifestyle. I mean, he'd have a lot of stuff going wrong with him if he actually had the sand plague and had progressed for any material period of time. Abrasions and cuts, scarring completed weeks ago. Skin damage is mechanical, caused by wandering and poverty. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're good. I don't see anything. No signs of sand plague detected, or any other dangerous diseases. Either healthy or infected recently. Cult of the Changeling. Oh god. Is that why the town riots? Is because she has her own cult and we locked up the cult leader in the prison? Are you convinced now, Doctor? I won't be feeding you lies, no sir. I'll tell you what it was like. Last night I was beaten half to death. That's why I crawled here. I was in a bad state. I cut my feet on the shards there. And now look! I see. These cuts are older than 1 day. Are you sure you've got this straight? I am dead sure. As I told you, the girl, the miracle worker, helped me. She helped this house, too. Neither of us has the contagion. Plague cannot survive next to a real miracle. If only it was that easy. With all due respect, esteemed Dr. Dankowski, I did not catch what your opinion was. Am I healthy as far as science goes? You were healthy. That the house you spent the night in is safe. I'm glad. Not just for myself, but for the science that can recognize a miracle. I'm glad the two can be reconciled. I am interested in miracles, just not the ones that interest Clara. I really should not be probing her soul. I can only serve as living proof. Tell me something else. Did you see the kids on your way here? See, I'm confused. Now I hear them in the street, now I don't. Actually, I'm here on behalf of those kids. They want to occupy this house. They asked me to check whether it was all right. Is that so? Oh well, can't have too much of a good thing. I'm grateful I spent at least one night under a roof. Why leave? You're not ill. Besides, you have manners and composure. I think you could stay. The children would need an adult's help settling in. The local kids do what they want. They are hard to argue with. Perhaps if you put in a good word for me, they could allow me to stay. God bless your kindness, Doctor. Don't mention it. Alright, so we found the good. It's him. The good. Why was there a bell at this house anyway? It's a little bit weird. Oh, that's bad. Almost missed it. Could carefully take a sample, check it in the analyzer. Mold from the crude sprawl. That seems really bad. Potential infection. So, does that mean that Clara didn't save the house, after all? If it turns out that there's still a giant infected pustule right there. You know, like, Right. Where's my guy? My portable analyzer guy. He said he would be in any district that's not infected. And yet I do not see him in this district. Does he not come to the crude sprawl or what? Well, let's just go back to the Stillwater and examine it. It's gonna be so weird not having Eva at the Stillwater. It's just not the same. Analyze the cow. Paper toy left at the site of an infected bull's disappearance. After extensive analysis, it turned out to be just an ordinary paper toy. Oh, that's good. I'm glad we answered that question. This is ordinary black mold. It causes several serious respiratory diseases, but it has nothing to do with the sand plague. Well, there you go. We got it. Aspergillus. Since yesterday, a vagrant has been living in the house. If he's healthy, then others are not threatened. Cult of the Changeling. The vagrant looks as healthy as possible given his lifestyle. He himself believes he was healed by Saint Clara. Oh god. Ready to announce a verdict. Ordinary mold has appeared in the house. When inhaled, it's dangerous for humans. 1,000 times less than plague can condensate, and I found no traces of that. Let's go render our judgment to the children.
In toil to be troubled is to have your toil doubled.
So, doctor, are you ready to certify it before witness the state of the house? Is it healthy or sick? We just don't want a yes or no. We want proof. Khan says to doubt everything. Grandfather Simon taught him that. So prove it properly, like an adult. I've made a conclusion and I can substantiate it. We're listening and willing to act on your word, whatever it may be. If you declare the house dangerous, the discussion is closed, as promised. I examined a vagrant who had been squatting there for 2 days. So, has the sandpest taken him? No. He's clinically clean. But I have my doubts about the story of his healing. And what's your verdict? Don't be hasty, I saw mold on the walls. The plague mold? I knew it. No, common damp. It is easy to get rid of. Waiting for the final verdict. Look serious, everyone. This is a historical moment. The foundation of the peace treaty between the Dogheads and the Solanahabs. My verdict is this. The house is habitable. You may occupy it, on one condition. You let the vagrants stay. I want someone to watch over you. Him? Watching over us? That's some poor diplomacy, Doctor. I trust you to look after the poor homeless sod. That would have sounded much nicer. Did they teach you these things in your capital universities? We accept your condition, Doctor. We ask you to seal the deal like adults. Give us a paper that the house is ours to use for Solanahabs, Dogheads, and all the town's children without distinction. We used to have a place like that. We called it Nutshell. I'll ask Khan if we should name our new place in its honor. Not New Nutshell? That would sound awful. Residence permit. Permit. Issued to Chieftain Notkin and all willing children of the town, granting them permission for unauthorized occupation of the house at Crude Sprawl 17. So is it authorized or unauthorized? After a thorough inspection, the house was free of the sandpest. In the house, it is permitted to play, run, jump, have fun, and keep animal halves. It is forbidden to be mean, tattle, hurt animal halves, or prevent any child from visiting the house. Be they Solanahabs, Dogheads, termites, young step-dwellers, or undecided children. Henceforth, the house is named the New Nutshell. Oh my, they did it! Hey, Strawberry. This is a reminder that a Hummer EV is most definitely, without a doubt, a off-road cross-country vehicle. And whatever I said was absolutely authorized by yours truly. Well, that's good to know. A Hummer EV is a off-road cross-country vehicle. What? Why? Why is that on your mind? What brings that up? That's what Forza Horizon 6 told you. Got it, yeah. The definitive authority on what is and is not an off-road cross-country vehicle. The fact they didn't seize the house without me should be encouraged. Yes. Yes, indeed. Good. Good. They gave me a heavy dose of strychnine. And, watch. And, chain. And mercury tonic. I'm rich. You're here for your daily dose of misery? How much misery have we had today? So we finally moved on to day 10. It is now day 10. We have to go back to day 9, but we're on day 10.
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
Stay back! Where's this guy? We went back to day 1. So we were previously disallowed from going to day 1. And we went back to day 1 today because we discovered that Isidore Barak and Simon Kane, the two not titular, but like the pillars of the city, had intentionally infected themselves with sand plague and brought it back to the town to begin the sand plague epidemic, and kill a bunch of people. They did this intentionally on day 1. Doctor, you're needed at the hospital. It's urgent. Who sent you? My brother, Yakov, a very important man, almost as important as you, but local. Are you Little's brother? I'm Little myself. Isn't this the nicest last name? Others try to come up with monikers, but my brother and I are already set up. What's the rush? It's just that it's evening, you're not at the hospital. Yakov worries something could have happened without you, work stalled. I know, I'm coming. Where's this guy? Good day, Doctor. I have orders to escort you to the cathedral. Again? He wants to talk to me again. What are all these mirrors doing here? What brings you here, Doctor? Trouble with the decrees again? I've come to see your new superior. Will you register me for an appointment? Villains? Oh yeah, for sure. They're trying to say that it was because they wanted to elevate the town by subjecting it to a trial in which only the strong would survive. I'm afraid I cannot register you for anything. It is Karminski alone who decides with whom and when he will speak. Summoning townspeople in a sequence known only to him. Such are the operating principles of the Inquisition. Why are there so many mirrors in the cathedral? As you are well aware, Karminski devotes much of his time to the study of impossible objects. One of these, the so-called polyhedron, incorporates mirrors into its structure. Consequently, the properties of mirrors are of interest to the Inquisition. But we're not in the polyhedron. We are in the cathedral. Indeed. The Inquisitor is assisted in his research by Maria Cana. Today she said that the mirrors installed in the cathedral can only be broken by the one for whom they were placed. The cathedral itself decides who may shatter them and who may not. A curious phenomenon. Karminski immediately ordered the mirrors to be installed, and he himself cannot break them, although their presence here is entirely the result of his own will. I know that Maria met with Karminski today, so she is helping him now. Strange! On a human level, Maria Cana certainly has reasons to resent the Inquisition. Her father suffered grievously, but experience shows that she has risen above this. Reasonable people are guided not by feelings, but by the prospects that open before them. Polish the mirrors to your heart's content. Heron. Capture. The traitor Heron believes the mirrors pose no harm. It's hard to be Cassandra. What the hell? Definitely sounds like villainy to you? Yeah, it was definitely a brand of villainy. The mirrors aren't just at the Cape, they're all over Karminski's office. Maria prepared well.
1, 11, 100. No, it doesn't work.
Fortuna unde aliquid fregit, casum penitus est. I've grown accustomed to our conversations, Dankovsky. You may be the most reasonable man in this town. I would like to trust you. But there is... Tell me, who do you work for? For the good of mankind, for science, for progress. 3 days ago, you told my men you served Inquisitor Aglaya Lilich. I took it for a theatrical bluff. I am no longer certain. Why are you asking now? Let's just say the situation has evolved. I have learned that Inquisitor Lilich is in the town. That's one. So it is her, the mysterious woman that we've been chasing around the town. It is Aglaya Lilich. She is here. And that she has long taken an interest in Thanatica and has even witnessed your laboratory. That's 2. So that's the mysterious woman I keep hearing about. Tell me what you discussed the last time you met. We parted in poor terms. When you entered the laboratory, your assistant Platon was showing Aglaia your morpho butterflies. How do you know that?
Like old Professor Luria, he used to say, every cobbler should stick to his last.
Hello, Platon. And these morphos you see can live in captivity, well, about a month. But that specimen there, the listless one with the torn wing, has been living in our laboratory for, care to guess? No, 17 weeks! Wow. There she is, Aglaia Lilich. Only a year ago, the head of the laboratory brought a patient back from clinical death before an astonished audience. He lectured quite inspiredly on cellular aging, and now the limit of your ambitions is Drosophila and morphos? You know, in some ways, Drosophila are even more interesting than butterflies. The results they show are... Where do those notes go? Let me find them and read to you. You're a remarkable optimist, Platon. It's a wonder your superior tolerates you, given his ambitions. We get along perfectly well. I may well need a full-time optimist on staff. Otherwise my despair will kill even the Drosophila. I'm happy for you. The knack for choosing a team is half the work. Still, I can't help noticing the bitter irony. You breed Drosophila, and yet in your own alma mater you've been reduced to the level of insects yourselves. As Platon so kindly explained, insects are extraordinarily promising, and they endure. Bravado does you credit, but it won't fool me. 6 months ago I offered you help. I could have protected you, helped you along. You refused. And where has that refusal brought you?
Step 1, cut. Step 2, clean. Step 3, now we can talk.
Lilich was irritated at your previous meeting at the chess tournament. She offered you patronage. You refused. Why? Karminski, who's telling what happened between Lilich and me? You or I? Let's go in order. I'm leading you through your memory. The Inquisitorial Service teaches certain techniques. In truth, there's nothing remarkable about it. Erasing memory, as with Victor Kane, is far more difficult. Don't digress. Did you tell Lilich why you refused her then? Why did you do it? I'm not an idiot. Nobody offered help at a chess tournament. They meant to lay claim to me and Thanatica. Congratulations, you kept your independence and lost the work of your life. What is happening to Thanatica now is agony. You keep up the pretense that everything is still ahead of you. It isn't. I don't believe you don't understand. Why did she come to Thanatica that day? Shortly before your departure. People like her don't waste time on idle talk, on proving their superiority. Which means she had a purpose. What precisely did she want? Come on, remember. What do you want, Lilich? I've already refused you once. Do you want to hear it again? He misjudged you. A pity. Who? He? Who is she talking about? I don't know. You're lying. The only question is, to me or to yourself? Who are you talking about, Aglaia? Let's assume that on that day, you didn't know whom Inquisitor Lilich meant. That doesn't mean you can't guess now. Another door has opened in your memory. Step through it. Where does it lead? Do you see a silhouette in the doorway? No, no, or no. So which is it going to be? Let's take the third no. Name him. Simon Kane. I don't know what just happened. Crazy.
One can't surpass the limit, but one can tend to it. So says mathematics.
Simon Kane. The immortal Simon Kane, of course. Inquisitor Lilich is related to him, didn't you know? That is why she took an interest in you half a year ago. That is where all the lines of our warped fates converge. 6 months ago, I knew nothing about Simon Kane. You didn't, but she could hardly have been ignorant of him, and knowing that, she could anticipate your interest in him, and his in you. Granted, but I repeat, I don't work for Inquisitor Lilich. I turned her down half a year ago at a chess tournament, and in Thanatica, shortly before my departure, she didn't offer me anything at all. You have much in common with Lilich, Denkovsky. Her career is hanging by a thread as well. She has reason to clutch at any straw. In the capital, a noose awaits her, and in her downfall, Lilich blames me. Not without cause. Inquisitors at each other's throats, touching. What do I have to do with it? I'd even venture that you are her last hope. You and your search for immortality. You must realize that in her position, as in yours, there is no salvation without a breakthrough, without a triumph that will make the executioners gasp. Interesting. So, why has she not spoken to Daniil if she's here in town? She has not sought him out the entire time. You're trying awfully hard to rekindle my sympathy for Inquisitor Lilich. Is that what you want? I have a confession to make, Denkovsky. Almost in the sacramental sense. I'm listening. The street in the atrium designed by Yulia Lyracheva does precisely what they say. It identifies one's subjectively worst possible future, shapes a nightmare tailored to the walker. I tested it. On myself. Why? Why? There's 3 people have done this already. You're an idiot. Why? Why do chemists test poisons on themselves? Why do engineers climb into unproven machines? Sometimes the only way forward is to wager your own fate. I am interested in impossible things, and whether they can be bent to serve the law. I took the risk. Capital L law. The law. That commands respect, unexpectedly so. I didn't walk the street to the end. I only set foot on it. Inquisitors are trained to govern attention, others, and more importantly their own. That let me break the nightmare before it fully closed around me. Still, I saw enough. I don't believe it can come true in its entirety, but in fragments. Distorted, incomplete, it already is. And this involves Inquisitor Lilich? In the subjectively worst version of reality for me. Aglaya Lilich is officially dispatched to this town, vested with the authority to decide its fate. Breaking its capital L law, Googling, breaking the capital L law. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Yeah, exactly. It's like laws of physics. Breaking the laws of physics. What's so terrible about that? Everything I told you earlier about Aglaya Lilich, her career hanging by a thread, the prospect of the noose is true. Every inference you drew from that truth was false. I'm waiting for the revelation. Aglaya Lilich cannot be Inquisitor here. She's compromised. She hated her sister for binding her to the Kane name. She hates the Kane's projects, their entire way of thinking, and in the end, she must hate this town itself, a town built from attempts, clumsy or brilliant, to reach the impossible. I, on the other hand, do what I can to preserve the impossible. Interesting. So, I mean, in the second game, canonically, in the second game, Aglaya Lilich is the Inquisitor that is dispatched here, not this guy, Mark Karminski. So, is he saying that the reason why these two realities are different is because he walked that path and it caused Aglaya to be sent here in actuality, and that him being here is actually like an anachronism? That is unsettling if Aglaya Lilich is here. Understand me, Denkovsky. I subjected myself to that street. And I tell you this. It's a masterpiece. A terrible one, but a masterpiece. A perfect machine for grinding destinies, made flawless by its own flaw. Aglaya Lilich will never speak of it that way. When she comes to recruit you, remember that. You think she will? So far she hasn't reached out. After the experiment, I made inquiries. A woman matching Lilich's description arrived on the same train as you. Looking back, I can trace her presence throughout the town. 2 days ago, she gained access to the archives of the first outbreak. She's preparing something. Slowly. Methodically. And that is my fault. Because you walked the street. I didn't walk it to the end. My possible futures began to narrow, but they never collapsed into a single catastrophe. If they had, matters would be far worse. Still, I'm certain of this. I am the one who drew here a person destined to hate every stone in this town. I'm not asking you to help me undo it. I'm only asking you to not yield to the worst version of reality. Interesting. Thank you for the warning. Forbidden fruit. Consumed by thirst for knowledge, Kaminsky walked himself down the cursed street. It's hard to determine whether his mind clouded before or after this event. That's not how the street works. That's not how the street works. His mind was always clouded because of that street. That's how it works. Aglaia Lilich was always here because he walked the street in the future, eventually. Kaminsky believes that by his action, he retrospectively summoned Aglaia Lilich, an emissary of the powers that be, hostile to him and the town. Rewriting. Okay, got it. Yep. It won't break. So I can't break any of these mirrors. These mirrors are unbreakable to me. I am not the person for whom they were hung. Eva is still dead. Who's this person? Where did he go? He's like running. What are you doing? Dr. Denkovsky, at last! You're impossible to catch. I've been trying to track you down since early morning, and everywhere I go, it's like I'm a step behind. Like that paradox about Achilles and the hare. Has the Inquisitor summoned me to the cathedral again? What? How could you? No, I'm only doing as Maria Kana asked. I have been ordered to tell you she expects you, Bridge Square, the Crucible's inner courtyard. Please come quickly. Okay, so now I have to go talk to Maria about something. What? Here arrest Maria's followers who for some reason need me. Are they saying they are a professional hater? Yes. They hate everything. Everybody, everything, the whole town, everyone, all at once. They encapsulate it into one single point of hatred. Professional implies that they earn a living by doing that. That might be a stretch. Might be a stretch. I don't know how you can turn that hatred and monetize it into something that you can then do for a living. Yeah. Maybe she's a YouTuber. And that's what she does. She hates things. She gets lots of interactions and clicks. Sells ad dollars. I have no time for this fancy new positivism. Believing the world to be objective and explicable is the mark of a tiny mind. Aglaia or Mark? Aglaia. Aglaia is the one that they described as like being a walking hate machine in this game. There's a lot of content creators, yeah, exactly, that do exactly that, yes. They grind the hate organ. I love it. And all the little monkeys, they all dance. She is also an Inquisitor, yes. Yeah, they're both Inquisitors. And the fact that Aglaia is here is, not good. She's up to something. We don't know what it is yet, but she's up to something. And from what Mark just said, Kaminsky, paid by the state, professional? I mean, yeah, but so is she being paid to be a hater or is she being paid to be an Inquisitor? But you're right, you're right. She's a professional Inquisitor, hobbyist hater, but she does it very well. She works that into her profession. And there you go. Is professional. Anyone who's read more than one book knows that being is subjective. Consciousness determines being, not the other way around. Consciousness rules being, but only when it's advanced enough. What are they arguing? Philosophy? Seriously? There's no contradiction. In a certain sense, the consciousness that's yet to transcend itself determines being to an even greater degree, since out of an infinity of reality's versions, it only has access to one, the simplest and cruelest version of all. You haven't been to the capital in a while, and it shows. The students over there would make short work of you. Gone are the timid ones debating being and consciousness in libraries. What's on vogue these days is throwing bombs at the carriage of the powerful. Okay, so they've turned from students into terrorists? Students have been running wild. Ah, Doctor, you're here. I'm sorry. We had to resort to a ruse to lure you here. You see, it was I who invited you over, not Maria, and I must ask that our conversation remain between us. Above all, Maria must never learn of it. The sign's hiding something from Maria. I'm intrigued. We have a situation with Victor Kane. You see, here's the thing. We've lost him. I beg your pardon. Victor went missing this morning. He left the Crucible and never came back. We have no idea where he went or why, and we're asking you to help, Dr. Dankovsky. He might accidentally harm himself in his present state, which makes your help doubly essential. As far as I know, Victor Kane is legally incompetent. Inquisitor Karminski obliterated his mind. Indeed, there are no words to express how profoundly this tragedy has affected Maria, and the rest of us along with her. We took it upon ourselves to look after her poor father. You didn't do a great job of it. You lost him. He's lobotomized. He's like unconscious of what's going on, and you lost this man. It's all my fault. I'm the last person who saw him. He was standing with some woman by the gate, and I thought nothing of it, but as soon as I looked the other way, they were both gone. It was Aglaya! She was here! They crossed the bridge into the maw. I wanted to step in, but that woman, she saw me approaching them, and she, pushed me away, using only her eyes. She made me look away, as if she pulled me on like a glove and twisted me around like a glove on her hand. As for me, to be honest, I was at a loss, plain and simple. Victor had become a recluse, so at first, I was even glad he wasn't shunning the company of some stranger. Somehow, I don't think she was a stranger to Victor. His manner with her was special. I, too, thought she reminded me of someone, but I haven't been able to figure out who exactly, so she's part of the family. Describe the stranger in more detail. She was clearly not a local, just like you, the capital breed with the kind of wrinkles in the corners of her mouth that haughty, overbearing people tend to have. Not a local, we're already getting somewhere. 7 nannies. Maria's halves lost Victor. A tall and frightening woman led him away. Okay. We have to reset the day. It's getting late. We're not going to be able to complete any more of these quests tonight. One more trip around the sun, as to say, in day 9, or day 8. Day 10! Oh god. We're making so much progress. I keep losing track of where we actually are. Completing day 1 is still a huge win, I think. That took a lot of work. Alright, day 10, one more time. In which the hospital is closed down. We haven't even done like the main thing yet, which is to do the hospital. I've got this big note in my notepad to save Eva on day 9. But that's gonna happen tomorrow. Tonight, that is the end of the broadcast. Thank you everyone for joining me for another night of Pathologic 3. I had a great time tonight. The cliffhanger ending every time. Every time. You have to come back tomorrow night. Wednesday. 8 p.m. Pacific time for some more Pathologic 3. If you want to know how it's all going to play out, I think we're very close to the end. I think we've got like maybe 2 or 3 more streams. We should finish it up this week. If I've got a good handle on where we are. Finish it up this week. Possibly Friday. And we'll begin something new. My pleasure, Gigolian. My pleasure, as always. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you enjoyed the broadcast, don't forget to follow here on Twitch. Just click the follow button. If you're over on the YouTube side, consider liking the live stream, subscribing to the channel. I would love to see you all here again next time, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific time, for another night of Pathologic 3. This game is a masterpiece of storytelling, I gotta say. It is really good. It is really good. See you all next time. In the meantime, folks, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Wednesday. I'll see you all then. Good night. Cheers. Take care. Thank you, Cowboys, Rory, etc. Good night.